Wednesday night, that can only mean one thing. It's time for Rogues Gallery Live. Like I said, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Rogues Gallery Live. I'm Chris, the Batman Statue Collector, and we've got a great show for you guys tonight. I hope everybody's doing great in the community, and happy Wednesday night to everybody, and let's do some introductions. We also have a special guest tonight, which I'm very excited about, but we'll go around the horn. We got Dan from Wayne Manor, Rocket City. How's it going, sir?
It's going really well. Yeah, excited to be on with you again. I feel like we're doing this a lot lately. So
I was going to say, we just did a live unboxing with Billy and you and I, and that was a lot of fun on Monday night. So get that Riddler premium format. And is everybody still enjoying it as much as you did the other night?
Very much so. It's awesome.
That's awesome. We got Billy Rios in the house. How's it going, sir?
Doing good. It's good to see all you guys, Dan and Chris. Seemed like I saw you last night, which the night before last night. So
it feels like it anyway. I love the Batman 89 shirt. That's fantastic.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. So it says they welcome to Jason, and let's have a good show.
Absolutely. We got Matt Martin from the Bat Vault, sort of Bat Vault. He's in the temporary Bat Vault as he gets ready to have his giant 5-car garage-sized gallery opening up soon, which we're really excited about. Any progress on that, sir?
Yeah, it's framed. They're putting the roofing board on as we speak. So pretty soon I'll be able to walk up there and see what's what. Because I'm a visual person. My wife can say, hey, 4-car garage, you got to, but until I visually see it, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things, but getting cooler in Florida. So it's not 115 here this week. So that's always good,
That is always good. And I told you guys in the private chat that I think it's looking really good for the BSC family to come down to Orlando with you and Dan, at least, maybe Eric, to do some MegaCon in March. So we're really looking forward to spending the week down there and hanging out with you fine gentlemen, and even hopefully Jason from Essential Sequential as well. Hopefully you guys will be down at MegaCon. I'm assuming you guys will. And so anyway, looking forward to that. We also have this guy right here from the Secret Sanctuary, fresh off his Disneyland visit. We got Jeff Delaney. How's it going, my friend?
Good. Still wearing my Mickey garb there.
There you go. I love it. I love it. It sounds like it was a great day in the parks.
It was a great day. Nice weather. Not too many folks. Good food. We had a great time.
That's awesome. Very, very good. And our guest of honor tonight, we have him for a little while anyway. We got Jason from Essential Sequential. And I know I've been talking about you for, I think, the last 4 years here on the channel. And so we're really excited to have you as part of the chat. And we thought it'd be kind of fun just to get to know you a little bit better and talk a little bit about the art world, because that's definitely become a big part of this channel, which it's always been about art, but it's really become about commissioned art in especially the last 2 years, as I've definitely gone down the giant rabbit hole. And thank you for making that possible for me, for good or for better or for worse, right?
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me and having me on a chat and helping put Dave's kids through college.
That's right. So, what we're talking about here, I took a photo earlier today, and this is what Jason's helped me get over the last, it's been about 4 years since I got my first one from Jason and David, and that's that Batman on top of the tower from San Diego Comic-Con. And I just counted it up. I've got 29 on the wall right now, which is just unbelievable, all from David Finch. I've got a couple that, are still obviously in the works. I've got a few slots down there. I want to thank you for making that my dream wall possible. And again, like you said, like David, maybe at least buying maybe a horse or two, maybe we'll see down on the farm. So that's really awesome.
It definitely helps. Thank you. It's looking good too. So it looks like you got a few spots there that we have to fill hopefully soon.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, first of all, I've had a couple of conversations with you in person, and you started out as a collector just like us, in terms of art and things like that. And so I thought it would be kind of fun just to maybe tell your story and then kind of get into the story of what Essential Sequential is, and eventually maybe talk a little bit about if people want to get original art from you guys. So let's just maybe start with your story. Like, how did you get into the art collecting field?
I was a nerd just like everybody else, reading comics, going to the flea market, because in the mid 80s, late 80s, there wasn't any a lot of comic shops around. So the spot to get them was at the local flea market. It evolved to going to conventions in the early 2000s, late 90s, lining up with my fellow nerds to get sketches, and just ran around the country looking for sketches and commissions and all that fun stuff. Once I learned that you can buy a piece of art from that actual book, not just the book, it kind of opened up a different environment of, oh man, this is even cooler. You can, what's more collectible than the comic is how the comic's made, an actual page, an actual cover. And I just got enamored with that whole thing, and eventually as you do, make friends along the way, waiting in line, talking to people, sharing your collections. I think the best thing about these hobbies is the relationships you make and your buddies that you get to know. And, if I know that you're looking for something particular and I see it in my travels, I'll let you know, and vice versa. So we got to, get to know a lot of good people, and eventually an artist needed help. And I was like, sure, I like doing this convention stuff. I'll do it for free, man. I love going to conventions. And luckily he's like, no, let me pay you a few bucks. Just in case. And his buddy needed help, and then another buddy needed help. And it was like, sure. And from there, it just kind of snowballed. And my day job ended in like 08, 09, and opened this company up, and just started, traveling to conventions and, growing it slowly, client by client. And luckily, I was able to do it as a full-time gig and able to pay my bills this way. That's it in a kind of a nutshell. And then I met you, and here we are.
And here we are. That's awesome. Well, so you mentioned that you kind of started out going to a lot of conventions. Did you just kind of do like your local? I know you're up in the New York-ish area, and so did you just kind of stick with those conventions in that area, and when did it start expanding outward for you traveling further?
Yeah, no, my first convention was in my hometown, and I lived a few towns over, and I met and saw some local artists, and that's where my eyes kind of opened up to, oh, there's a whole industry and whole business here and a whole hobby. And from there, back in the day, there was a New York Comic Con, but it was a different, whole different ownership. And you could walk down the aisles there, and I remember specifically because I was still in high school, and you could buy a McFarlane Spider-Man cover for $1,200.
Wow.
And the guy had multiple covers, and interior pages were like $200 at the time. Might as well have been $1 million. I couldn't have afforded that stuff, but
yeah.
Even through the 2000s, some of my favorite artists, I was buying Bruce Timm art for $200 or $300 or less, or color pieces. So the hobby hadn't really expanded as much as it has now, probably due to the success of all the cinema and, the DC universe and all that stuff kind of expanding, that there's more collectors, who are interested in it, which is amazing. But the downside is that, things are more expensive. So whereas you used to go to, a convention, I used to go to Heroes Con. I mean, I still do, but as a fan in 04, 05, and run around and get a Adam Hughes sketch and a Brian Stelfreeze sketch and a Jason Pearson sketch. And they're all like $50 or $80, per piece at the time. And really, really amazing stuff. So Heroes was my first time like out of the state going to a convention. And it was just a lot of fun. And as you guys see, being around like-minded collectors and fans is a really fun, weekend. And you get to nerd out and talk about those things that, your wife or girlfriend or, some of the other friends really might not be into.
Yeah.
So it's a lot, it's a lot more fun. And even when, some fans or collectors come over here and I get to, show them my collection, show them my nerd stuff. It's a little bit more fun than, her friends coming over and like, there's, more Wonder Woman stuff here. Like, not so interesting.
Yeah. So when you first started out, like you'd mentioned, you had left your job and you had started this new venture with Essential Sequential. Like how scary was that? Like dipping your toe into it. Like, is that something that you were like, oh boy, what have I done here?
Yeah. First, when my daytime job, my normal job ended in the family business, which was jewelry. And I was like, well, what am I gonna do for health insurance? I was not joking. I was down. I have a little change. I don't know if you guys have. I have a little change. Like I put all my spare change into a little bin.
Mm-hmm.
I was down to like that last bit and going to Taco Bell and having lunch. And luckily that next weekend there was a convention that I was able to go to and then be able to at least pay my bills for the month. But at the time I got a job at Apple at the mall and it was miserable. It was just not something I wanted to do, working retail and going to the mall. And I was like, I remember specifically that one of my first clients, Eric Canetti's like, hey, let's go to Lucca, which is a Comic-Con in Italy. And I was like, I can't do that. It's, he's like, dude, I'll pay for it. I'll take care of you. We'll go work, we'll make some money. It'll be great. And I was like, all right, let's give it a go. And I just was like, we'll see if this works. And if not, then I have to go find another job. And luckily it was able to, manifest a career of sorts, at least to now, where, my client roster is expanded. We do, self-publishing. We do something like 15 or 20 conventions a year, and we're able to be self-sufficient and at least doing what I love and not having to, commute into the city every day and just be miserable on the train doing stuff that I just wasn't really into. So yeah, there was a brief few months there of like, fuck, man, is this going to work? Am I, doing something stupid? But at the end of the day, my buddy was like, just do what you love and, see how it goes. In worst case, you fail and you got to try something else. But if nothing else, you at least learn that you can either do it or you can't. And luckily I met a lot of great people along the way who have been supportive and, referred me to them to help them, with art sales and convention organization. And it's turned into a really nice, way of making a living and just existing in our little nerddom that we have.
Well, one thing that I was really impressed with, and I really got a feel for it, a couple years back, you guys had the dinner in Dallas that I attended, and my friend JWR attended, and you just got really a sense of the people that you represent. It felt like a family atmosphere. Like you could just tell that they felt very trusted in that environment. And, they're used to being around each other. They're used to being around, your representation. And so what does that mean to you to have, a client list like that, where it's like, or a representative list of incredible artists? I mean, you've got, again, Coley Hamner, you got Jeff Loeb, you got David Finch, you got Joyce Chen and Art Adams. You got some incredible big names that are really synonymous with the art industry. And what does that mean to have that kind of that pocket of family with you?
Oh, it's really cool. I mean, how do I put this? I guess we're lucky in the sense that all the guys that we work with and gals are very kind and generous people. And we spend a lot of time at these shows traveling together. So, sitting at a table for 15 hours or whatever during the weekend, you get to chat and get to know one another. And, luckily everyone gets along, which just makes it a lot more fun. Getting to hang out with Arthur Adams all weekend and watch him draw, or David or Jeff or any of the guys, or Joyce is a lot of fun. I mean, getting to watch them create stuff it's like magic. Not being an artist myself, just watching them create this stuff. It's like, whoa, man, that's just so interesting to watch. And then, having the experience of getting to go to dinners and joking around and gossiping and being like normal people is just the cherry on top, that we get to experience a lot of these things around the world that, we normally wouldn't have gotten to experience. And hearing stories about the industry, or, I got to go to dinner with, well, I won't even say the names, but, industry legends that, if you would have asked the 13-year-old me, like, what are you doing, man? That's really cool. And I get to work with, I got to make an art book with Andy Kubert. And Andy was one of my favorite artists, back from the 90s. And, he let me pick which characters go on the cover of the X-Men book. Like, that's insane. These are seriously cool stuff. For me, being able to then publish a book of some of my favorite X-Men stuff is a lot of fun. It means a lot that I get to do that and have their kind of faith that, I can execute it properly. Is awesome. It's just really cool. And that's just maybe the nerd part of me that comes out of just enjoying those times. But yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, being part of that group, again, like we talk about it all the time, is our favorite thing that we get to do is a lot of us have been able to meet at conventions and hang out and do the dinners and just those are the best memories out of all of it, is just being able to have that community connection and the friendships you make, like you said, and then also being able to be then friends with really famous artists that you look up to. That's got to be pretty exciting as well, I would think.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I've been married, once or twice now, but my last wedding, Tim Sale was there, and all my clients who are really friends, and part of my life. But if I zoom out a little bit and be like, the nerd part of me is like, oh, Tim Sale's there, and Sean Gordon Murphy was my best man, and these are my close friends that I don't think of it as famous artists. They're just my buddies that I care for, and just looking at a different perspective, like going to a show and I think I got a call from Klaus, on my phone, and someone was overlooking. It's like, oh, nice, Klaus Jansen's calling you. I'm like, well, yeah, I talk to Klaus a few times a week. He's a buddy. We check in on each other. Totally aside from the industry stuff, they're just relationships that you would have with any of the guys here. And it's just nice having friends, I guess. Regardless.
I was gonna say that's what I think that I really enjoyed the most about the dinner in Dallas, was that we talked very little about comics. It was just about life stuff and just, and I just really appreciated that. I mean, the funniest thing that night was my friend JWR owns a clothing shop, and he talked to Klaus about maybe fitting him for an award. Yeah. And it was just hilarious, because that was the whole conversation. And it was just it's just not what you expected, but that made it so much fun. And again, it was just people talking to people. It was really, really a fun evening. That's for sure. And so people were asking, yes, Jason is the one who represents David Finch. I know that I know for a fact that there's been a ton of people that I'm sure have messaged you because of this channel. I hear it all the time. It's like, I'm sure we annoy Jason with it, but hopefully it's bringing business your way.
Just Eric annoys me.
Eric's been to your place, right? He's seen some of your collection.
Yeah, he's come by a few times. It's no bother at all. Obviously, it's my job to take your money, so I'm happy to do it. It's just unfortunately, whether it's David or any of the guys, there's only so much time in their day, so they can't always accommodate commission requests. So to get into some advice is just be patient and consistent, and eventually you should be able to get something from any artist, not just the guys I work with, but any artist that you want something from.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, again, to have something like this, you have to be a little bit patient. Jason's done a phenomenal job of getting me on lists. And I think the biggest impact was probably Rose City. I think David did 9 for me that weekend, because obviously it was a slow show. But at the same time, it's like one of those things. I just always tell Jason, I'm like, hey, get me on where you can, and we'll bump it to the next one if we or whatever, whenever it happens. So
yeah,
hopefully it's all good.
Hopefully, so David's gonna stay with me in between New York and Baltimore. So I told him if he wants hot food and clean towels, he has to draw for a bit. So hopefully he'll be able to get through a bunch of requests during that week.
Is he still working? I know that there's been a couple people that have hit me up about the CGC event. Is he still working on some of those?
Yeah, that's what he's finishing up. I think there's like 4 or 5 commissions from the CGC thing earlier this year that he has to clear off his plate. So that's on tap for the priority when he get back from New York, and then start and finish some of the convention pieces for Baltimore. So
That's awesome.
We'll hopefully get through those, and we'll probably do a live stream, I guess, during that week just to hang out, and hopefully I'll do some of your pieces. I know Eric's wanting something for a bit. And we'll see how it goes, but he's been super just busy with Skin Breaker and getting that stuff done for Berkman. So that should be out in the next week or two. And I don't know if you guys seen any of the pages for them, but
I have. They're incredible, and I don't know. I don't know if he would ever have a chance. I don't know if you could arrange it, but I don't know if we could ever get David on the show. That would be like a dream come true for him to talk about Skin Breaker. Obviously, I love how big the pages are. Like they're massive, and I know that he's been incredibly busy. So I don't know if that's something we could arrange or not. I don't want to put you on the spot. Obviously, we could talk about it off camera, but
it never hurts to ask. David, as far as I have ever asked him for favors or stuff like this, he's never said no unless it's been a scheduling conflict, or he's always very kind and generous with his time whenever he can be. So
he seems like genuinely like one of the nicest people in the industry. He really just genuinely does.
He's super nice. And unfortunately then I have to be a jerk sometimes and tell people no, because he'll always say yes. And then to his detriment, he'll be up till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, just trying to get commissions done for people, which is awesome. But then he's super tired at the show, and, there's got to be a little bit of a balance there. But, he's very conscientious of his fans and making sure that everyone is, listened to and seen, especially at conventions and stuff. So it's nice to see.
I just have a question that it maybe artists in general that I've kind of always wondered about. So it seems like a lot of artists, they mostly do the commissions just at the show, but it also seems like that's like a high pressure situation where you're trying to like talk to people, you're trying to, take photos or sign books. Cause there's always the crazy guys with the giant crates that want everything signed, like, to flip. And like, so is there a reason why like a lot of artists do it only at the show instead of like doing it at home and then bringing it to the show? Is that just a personal preference for artists?
Yeah, I think it's a personal preference. Everyone's a little bit different. I mean, Arthur Adams, for instance, he's busy on deadlines, and working on professional stuff at home. And when he goes to shows is when he'll put his mind to, commissions and stuff. So everyone's a little bit different. Some guys just don't want to deal with it. Some guys do. Matteo Scalera just opened a list, which I saw you got on for New York.
I did. Thank you.
Right. So he'll earmark a week or so before the show to work on commissions to bring them to the show so that he can just hang out and interact with fans and sign autographs and take pictures and just kind of chill. Instead of having to, put your head down and work all weekend, to get those commissions out the door. So it's, it's a little bit of a juggling act, and everyone's a little bit different when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah. Do you still have, I bought just a head sketch from Mateo, but I'm kind of like second guessing and maybe doing a full Batman. Do you still have a slot for that? Could I switch? Is it too late, do you think?
No, that should be fine.
Okay. Yeah. I'll message you.
Yeah, that's not a problem. His full figures, we've used multiple images for covers in the past, so they're almost cover quality, if not cover quality, that he puts into those. I
really like the ones where he's like on Gargoyle or in the rain or something like that. And so I think it's like maybe I should go that route instead, because I had permission to freeze Mr. Freeze, which I think would be also great.
Yeah.
But I'm a Batman guy, so I think I need a Batman from him.
I don't disagree. He's supposed to do one for me that I've been waiting for about 15 years on, so I'll get mine soon. But he just finished his last Halloween issue with Jeff Loeb. That'll be out next month, and he showed me the pages. They are amazing. They're beautiful.
That's awesome. I know a lot of people have been waiting for that, like those final pages, those final books.
They're coming, and he did a nice ink wash, very reminiscent of how Tim Sale used to do his ink wash pieces. So really amazing stuff. You might want these there as well, I would think.
That's awesome. Well, I can't wait to see those. And I did want to show people just kind of the site that we're talking about. I'm just going to share my screen with you guys. All right, can you guys see the website there? So this is the Essential Sequential website. And again, this is a great place to go and, get your commissioned art. You can select here. There's a Coley Hamner art sale this week. I think up to 50% off, I think I saw. But then there's just some really great pages. I had not heard of Thomas. His art is incredible that you have listed here.
It is beautiful. I can show you. Let's see. They're reminiscent, to me anyway, of... Do you know who Travis Charest is?
I don't think I've heard of him either. I don't think.
You should give Travis Charest a Google. Just an amazing artist, and the detail is pretty.
Look at that! It's fantastic.
Yeah, these pages haven't come out yet. At least not on the site. But the work is really just intense, really just beautiful stuff.
Yeah, I was combing through the site earlier today. I was just like, man, I mean, I probably check your site probably at least 3 times a week, probably, and I always like to see the new stuff that comes out because I'm sure you're probably sitting on stuff all the time too that you haven't put on the site. But obviously, there's just a ton of artworks, and this is also where you guys can get commissions. So if you want a David Finch commission, or like you said, Matteo Scalera, there's a whole bunch of commissions for Baltimore Comic-Con, which again, myself and Billy and Eric are all coming to. I'm flying out, and I'm looking really forward to that. And then, of course, there's also New York Comic-Con as well. But I also wanted to show everybody, just some of the creators that you represent. Again, some just really big giant names in the industry. I got a commission from Anthony at MegaCon, Art Adams. We tried to make that one work, but he was super busy that show. So I'm hoping down the road to get one from him. And again, just amazing artists. What does it mean to you to have, so many kind of under your wing?
That sucks. No, it's cool. It's amazing. I'm a fan. So I get to see the art first. I get to play with it. Scrooge McDuck style sometimes. So no, it's cool. More importantly, the guys we work with and gals are just nice people and make our convention weekends that much better because they're just fun people and just easy to work with. So it's just a nice.
You got to get Tom Derenick on there.
Tom, yeah, he's your buddy. He's your go-to.
I don't know. Chris actually introduced me to him. Yeah, I think he's a fantastic artist, and we were discussing it like a few weeks ago. He got turned down for New York. He wasn't able to get a table.
New York is tough. They rejected some really high-profile artists that I know for some reason, and I'm not really sure how or why they decide what they decide. We're kind of lucky that we have good relationships with those guys, and generally don't reject us when we ask for tables.
I was gonna say, does it help to have like a bigger crew, like knowing that like New York's like, okay, we know Essential Sequential is going to bring like 5 to 10 guys at least, or gals,
Yeah, we've got. Excuse me, I think there's about 20 or so creators that we're bringing to the show. It helps that we're in a big group with, a lot of name artists and writers. So they tend to help us a bit. But, we also try to donate, for auctions and charities and stuff and make sure, when we go, fans are taken care of. And, the creators we bring spend a lot of time, at the tables and chat with fans and make it a nice interaction for, people who come by.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we've been also doing that show since its inception in 2009. So we've never missed a year.
That's awesome.
So that's one of the ones that are it's in my backyard, and it's always been a great show.
Do artists, like, if they're looking for representation, do they reach out to you, or are you always on the lookout for somebody else to represent, or are you happy kind of where you're at right now?
Yeah, definitely happy where we're at. It's a lot. But what winds up happening is I'm an introvert by nature and very quiet. So I tend not to, sell myself very well. So most of the clients have come through referrals of other artists, generally speaking, or they reach out. and check in. So we're very happy where we're at, and we always look for, a certain type of artist, I guess. Easy to get along with, obviously a body of work that is accessible, and it just depends. We're lucky, very fortunate, in fact, that creators will reach out to us, looking to work with us, which is amazing. It's very flattering.
Yeah, your crew doesn't seem like it has a ton of egos involved. It seems like pretty down to earth people for the most part.
They are, yeah, no, totally, very, very down to earth. Great, just amazing people to be able to work with. We're very, very fortunate in our situation. So, by the end of the convention, I might want to get the heck out of there so I can go home. But it makes for a good experience. I mean, we're hopefully do some more of those dinners next year. It's just been a little bit difficult to organize them this year, but the feedback we've gotten was very positive, and even the creators enjoyed the time they had as well, just chatting with random people. And as you can imagine, sometimes conventions can bring out strange people, so you don't know who you're going to get.
Yeah.
I'm socially awkward, so I can only imagine, or you can only imagine the different types of people that come by.
Well, even that dinner, my friend JWR, again, he was in a suit, and I'm in a Batman shirt, and then there's a couple that came like in full like pajama cosplay. It's like you just never know what to expect. And I actually was going into it. I was like, these poor artists, because then they have to make small talk with us, and like they don't know us, but we know about them. But I was hoping it wouldn't be too awkward for them as well, being able to have, small talk conversations.
That's why we made different tables. So every 20 minutes you can bop around and there's a new set of people. So if it's awkward, it's only for 20 or 30 minutes. But, we've all been doing this long enough to, at least engage and chat that we'll hopefully make it worthwhile and interesting enough to, not walk out and say, these guys are jerks.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal experience. And if you ever do them again, I definitely recommend to anybody that's watching this. It's just because it was a really fun night. And for me, I just wish it could have been a little longer. I wish we could have even talked longer. So it was a lot of fun. I got a $5 super chat here. I hope people may start to have David draw some White Rabbit from DC Comics since she appeared in Peacemaker. I know who I am after. That's actually I always in my end game. I always think that would be my last one. I have David do head sketch would be a White Rabbit, just because that was his baby. So that'd be a lot of fun to do that. So I've done a lot of talking. Do you guys have any questions for Jason? I'm sorry, I've rambled on for 34 minutes here. Sorry, guys. Go ahead if you have any questions.
I've got a question for you, Jason. So talk about the balance, if you would, around, commissioned work versus published work, and how you kind of prioritize with David. How do you prioritize what you're bringing to market, right? Because I know sometimes you come to David, and I'm using David as an example because we're all very familiar with it. Are you working with him to kind of fill out a portfolio book that he can put out there with pre-designed pieces? And
no, I mean, it depends. Some of the bigger conventions like San Diego or New York, we need to have merchandise available for those shows for the fans who are looking for those certain things. So for San Diego, it's a very exclusive merch type tchotchke show.
Yep.
So we need to make sure we've got, a variant or a new print or something along those lines. Okay. The last conversation I had with, for instance, for Dave was for OAX, which is in Orlando in February. And the conversation there is we need to do something kind of special for that group of people. So what we're doing there is David's going to do painted trading cards.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
That's something he hasn't done ever. And we'll start offering those in the next few weeks, next few months. We'll start a list there for guys who are attending. I'm waiting for a few samples, but Dave loves to paint and he's learning new stuff, and we figured that would be kind of a cool experience for those fans to get something unique from that show. But outside of that, it's really up to whatever his workload is. Generally speaking, he'll have some new Walking Dead covers each time I see him. So there are thumbnails and prelims and stuff there, but he doesn't have time to generally do commissions at home. So we're at the mercy of any of those individual artists, schedule. So Arthur Adams will sometimes do a something before the show to bring to sell. Other artists, just depends. Mateo will bring his last Halloween pages for New York. So it's just a hodgepodge of stuff. But outside of San Diego or New York, it just depends on what's going on or what convention it is.
Gotcha. Yeah. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Anybody else have questions?
I've got a question for you.
All right.
Or you should guys. Because I've been collecting statues for a bit, and a lot of the guys I've been chatting with may not be in the same stratosphere as you guys, with the amount of not only just budget available, because these things can get pretty expensive, but the space that it takes to house them. Is there a grail statue that you have or still want that is just unattainable for whatever reason, because they're sold out, because they're too expensive, because they don't, you can't find them anymore?
Well, I'll speak on that just for a second, that I feel like right now it's actually a really good time. It's a buyer's market where a lot of people are selling, and unfortunately they're selling below what they paid. They're selling below retail. And there for a while, the hobby, you could make a really good profit on statues. But they kind of overproduced. There was, so many Batmans and so many Jokers and so many this and that they gave the license to so many people that, really you can find pretty much whatever you want. Sometimes you have to be a little bit patient. Like Dan right now, I've got a penguin statue from Sideshow Collectibles back here. Dan's waiting for it. He didn't buy it at the time, but he's just waiting for that opportune moment to find it. It doesn't pop up very often. It's a piece that doesn't, but every once in a while you'll get lucky and something will pop up. But I don't know if there's anything out there. I think of like a Batman Sanity, which is David's piece from XM. That's a piece that doesn't come up very often, and it's oftentimes considered a grail just because it's a phenomenal statue. Eric still has his. He has the color version of it. But I'll ask you guys, what do you think? Is there like a piece that you can think of that like doesn't come up very often? I think Jeff, you might have one back there.
Yeah, the Rebel Terminator doesn't come up very often, and when it does, it's 3 or 4 times its original retail price. That's this guy, right? This girl right here.
That's right.
Where did you get that one?
It's kind of a funny story. A guy found it at a vintage store, a thrift store, essentially, and bought it there. And I had a want to buy ad posted in a couple of places, and he contacted me. But it's just blind luck. The guy was not a statue collector at all. The story he got from the store manager was that a guy's wife was not happy with his statue collecting and made him sell everything. This ended up at a thrift shop, and I benefited from that argument.
That's pretty rare. That's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Sometimes the universe aligns itself with you, and
Sometimes
it does. You had a similar experience where you were trying to find the She-Hulk statue from Sideshow, and it was nearly impossible. Like you offered it everywhere, and no one was posting or anything.
About a year, yeah, that's a tough one to find. And again, when you find it, it's a little bit pricey. So yeah, no, definitely there's been a dip in the market, but there are certain pieces, maybe they didn't make very many, or maybe were super popular, that still go for above retail and can be difficult to locate.
There for a while, they were making a lot of high edition sizes for statues. And now because people are not buying as much, and I don't know if you see that the same thing. I don't know if you see any sort of downturn with the amount of people that are trying to do commissions and stuff.
For sure.
Yeah, because it's the economy, the economy the way it is.
Right.
But like right now, like the edition sizes are really small. You might have an edition size of 100, whereas 3 years ago it was 1,500. And so it's a good time to be a buyer because you can, grab a hold of some of those pieces, and down the road, 5 years from now, be like, oh, I really want that piece that they only made 100 of.
Right.
Is there anything in particular that you might be looking for as a collector yourself?
Dude, I saw that Batman one that you got that lights up in the Batcave with he's sitting in the throne.
Yeah, right back. Yeah, on the chair. Yeah.
Dude, that's sick. But then, I think I sent you that link that was, I was like, they're having a sale. I got to grab it. And luckily you told me it was a fake.
It was a scam site, and I'm so glad that I looked, because like I don't know how many people might have felt for it, and I'm glad you didn't, because you're just gonna be out $500 or $600, whatever it was that they were on sale for. But like I have this piece, Billy has this piece, Dan has this piece, right? Dan, you have the
I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just it is one of the coolest Batman statues that have ever been made, and the fact that you can literally you could put Essential Sequential's logo on the screens. You can do anything you want, and I definitely would recommend that one more than just about any of them out there. And if you're patient, I think you might be able to find some good deals every once in a while on it.
I'll have to keep an eye out, but that's one of the more pricey ones I recall when I was looking. Where do you guys show your stuff? I mean, do you just have a main room that you keep it in, like your spot, or do you have them, thrown about the house where wherever it would fit?
You guys talk about it.
I have all my stuff in one room. Yeah.
One room, and then I have a few pieces in my office.
Is that because your partners won't let you expand out to?
Yeah, exactly, 100%.
Well, that, and I also have a 14-year-old and a 11-year-old, so it's probably not good for them to be anywhere but in this one room when they get tossing their stuff around the house. So.
Well, actually, I'm lying. I have this room, and then my my dining room is old Disney pieces because my wife's into Disney stuff, so we have a lot of Disney statues out there. So I guess my house, it is kind of like spread out everywhere, but. I don't like clutter, even though my house is cluttered. But I don't like the idea of clutter, so I try to not collect too much. I don't want it to get like too busy looking.
My old bat cave that was the original spot in this house, we've converted. It's my wife's craft room, but that's where all of our Disney stuff goes too. We're big Disney parks people, go 4 or 5 times a year, and we were just out in California with Jeff, a couple weeks back, and but we have some like Disney statues and some things like that. So there are a few places in the house, but for the most part, all of our spouses, we have our own little spot, our little cave. As I'm sure the same as at your house at the Essential Sequential headquarters, I'm sure is exactly the same.
It is. I slowly put things out and see if she finds them. It doesn't take her too long, but luckily she's very patient with me. And I started her own collection of Electric Mayhem, Muppets.
Oh, yeah.
We started getting commissions from different artists doing Electric Mayhem. So
you heard what they're going to do in Florida, right?
I did not.
Okay, so have you been to Hollywood Studios before?
Yeah.
Okay, so Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith, that is actually expiring, and they're going to change it into Rock and Roller Coaster with the Muppets. And it is going to be, the Electric Mayhem is going to be the band playing. And so like when Steven Tyler and they have like the booth and, that's all going to be Muppets now with animatronics. And then it's all going to be like rainbow colors, and the guitar out front's going to all be rainbow colors. So you tell your wife, she's going to be begging for a trip to go on that.
No, absolutely. That sounds like a good reason to go back there, at least in the near future.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So I think they're going to do that sometime in 2026. I think they're going to shut the ride down and redo that. It's just going to be an overlay. So I think it'll probably take 8 months or so probably. But anyway, yeah, we definitely are giant Disney fans and love the Muppets. So that's really cool that she collects some of that too. It's really cool when your partner collects a little bit, because
she doesn't more than me trying to force this on her. She's a Wonder Woman fan, so she let me put some Wonder Woman stuff, around the house that she might dig. But
so she obviously works with you. I had a chance to. Unfortunately, she had to hang out with me all night at that table. I feel sorry for her, but it was really nice to talk to her. And does she also appreciate the art like you do, or is it grown on her over time?
I think she appreciates the people, the artists themselves, because they're just cool people to hang out with. They're just good-hearted, nice people. So
yeah,
she enjoys just the people. She obviously recognizes their talent and stuff like that, but for her, it's a weekend in a convention hall,
yeah,
filled with nerds, and not so good food during the hour. So not necessarily the best, always the best environment, but the people make it worthwhile. So occasionally she'll get a gift of art, or I'll find something that she might like, and I'll try to get that. But she's not into the fandom like we might be.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Billy or Eric, did you have any other questions?
When somebody reaches out to you and says, I want a Finch commission of whatever, what is
Who
the
would
process?
do that?
Who would, yeah, right. once it's delivered to you, what is the process then to when it eventually, like when the person eventually picks it up at whatever show?
That's pretty simple. I mean, it's like anything you might order, even a statue, either you place an order through the site or contact us. We put your name on a list, and sometimes the creator doesn't do it, but when they do, they'll finish it at the show or, bring it to us, and we just let you know, hey, it's done, and ship it out. There's nothing.
So when David gets it though, he has a list, hey, this is what we need done for Baltimore.
Yeah. We set up, I make a list of, 10 or 20 people, whoever ask for something, and he'll pick and choose. Oh, I want to draw Batman. I want to draw Thanos. I want to draw this one. And he'll just, go to town. Generally, David likes to work at his studio or in the hotel room, after dinner. So he'll just focus in on that when he gets back to the room. And then the next morning have a few pieces to deliver the next day.
Yeah, that was like my first experience of really doing any sort of art was 4 years ago, I think, at San Diego. And I had talked to you, but I didn't even know you at that point. And so like we were the annoying one that would come on like Friday and be like, hey, I'm here to pick up. It's not ready yet. And it's like, oh, maybe come back later. And I'm like, okay, what time later? Like, maybe tomorrow. I'm like, oh, I'm leaving tomorrow. So I'm sure you get a lot of that from people.
I know it could be frustrating as a fan, because it's not any type of set schedule. And it's almost at the whim of the creator. I feel like doing this. And the truth of the matter is, that's just how it is. I feel like drawing Batman again or Wolverine again. So what I've noticed is sometimes fans will ask for more unique characters because they know that'll perk that creator's interest, and you'll get a better piece or something a little bit more unique.
Well, I think a perfect example of that is I think one of my all-time favorites on this Finch wall is that Dr. Hugo Strange. And David even told me, he's like, I like the ones that I don't get all the time. It's like how many, like you said, how many freaking Batmans, how many Wolverines do I do every freaking show? And that's because they're freaking amazing. But I love some of my all-time favorites on this wall are the obscure characters that that no one ever asks. Like right. like the Joe Chill I just got. Like I bet I'm the only one that's ever asked for a Joe Chill ever.
There might have been one other one, but not many people ask for White Rabbit. At least, well, I guess we'll see how the next few shows go since she made an appearance on Peacemaker.
Yeah, like I said, I think that's going to be my end-all last piece. I think that's the last piece I want him to do for me. And I don't even have like a spot necessarily for it, but I'm like, I got that. That's his baby. That's his baby.
Yeah.
So
no, you should ask for what you collect and what you like, and kind of go with that. But every artist is going to be different, and like anyone, some might be in a bad mood or not in a good mood, and just might not be into drawing that day or that weekend. Generally doesn't happen, but sometimes there's just kind of things to consider, that it's not just a wave of the wand and they can create stuff. It takes energy and time and a passion to do it, and sometimes they might not mentally be there to accomplish it. It's rare, and I generally have never seen that stuff, but guys who get in bad moods occasionally.
We all have our bad day, right?
Yeah, but
we do.
It's rare. So for that stuff, just go and ask for what you like, and be pleasant, and you should be good. We have in the past have gotten fans who are entitled or have their own things going on, and the last thing someone wants to do is deal with someone who's being rude.
Yeah.
And those are few and far between, but
that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I just, again, I want to personally thank you for handling all of these amazing commissions.
My pleasure.
From David, especially. And it's just, it's been again, this has quickly become my favorite thing in the entire collection is this wall. And I don't know. It's like people keep saying like, oh, you probably have the biggest Finch commission collection. I don't know if I do or not. I doubt it, but maybe. Who knows?
There's always someone. There's always someone bigger, more money.
Yeah, sure, right.
Looking, you know,
Yeah.
Does the idea of ever like taking the commissions, like specifically like Chris's collection, since he has so many, and like making like a book out of it or something? Does that ever cross his mind?
As a matter of fact, that's what we do all the time. We just made one for Arthur. So usually each year we'll publish all of their commissions into one little book. I used to do that with Tim Sale each year. We would take the previous year's commissions and make a little art book that we would sell at conventions. So yeah, I think, well, it's been a while since we did one of Finch's like regular art books. But yeah, we'll totally use them down the road for content somewhere.
That's really cool. That's awesome. And again, I just want to say thank you for taking your time tonight, for hanging out with us. This was really awesome.
Thanks for having me.
And again, thank you for all the work you've done for me personally. And I know you've helped out. I know at least Billy. I know you've helped out Eric, and I don't know, maybe Dan. Have you? I don't know if you worked with Dan.
Time ago. Actually, the Batman, Chris, that landed in your collection from my collection, I procured with Jason several years back from David.
That's
I
awesome.
think he's helped Delaney too. I sent Delaney to his table one time.
I feel like I've hogged up all the time. Let me ask you guys one more question so I can feel at least like I contributed to the conversation. And more than just art, but if your house was on fire and you needed only to take one of your statues, which statue would that be?
That is the question.
The lightest one.
Would that be the most valuable or the most one you're attached to? Like what?
I think I would take the art before the statue. I mean, statues are kind of hard to grab and take out.
It has to be a statue. It
has to be a statue. I was going to say I would probably grab the art first too, but the statue for me, I don't know if you could see it back here, but this is one I always say that I love. It's the Batman Detective Comics 1000. It's the Jason Fabok. It's his cover, and they duplicated it really perfectly. He's got, my wife calls this the Marilyn Monroe Batman because he's got the skirt flying up, but it's just a very neat piece, and it's definitely beloved. That one's really beloved. This one, the Sean Murphy Bat Bike from XM Studios, is a phenomenal piece, and of course the one you mentioned, the Tactical Throne right here. Those would be the ones that I would go to probably first in my collection.
But which is the one? You only have one. You only get one.
I would do Tech 1000. Yeah. How about you, Dan? What would you grab?
It's a changing response to that question, but I'd have to say it could be my Sean Murphy Batman on motorcycle from XM Studios. Yeah. That one would be hard to leave behind. It'd be between that and the Jim Lee Batman Hush from Prime 1.
But this one's so heavy. The Bat Bike is nuts.
That's the thing. You just can't carry it. I'm just saying, theoretically.
But like, and the story is really great too, because Dan flew from New Hampshire to my small town in the middle of nowhere, Kansas, in our regional airport, and surprised everybody on a live stream. And we unboxed it together. We had the prototype from XM. They sent it to me. And it was just such a great memory for Dan visiting. Then I about a year later, I went to his house and we surprised everybody there too. So again, it's just the friendship part of it that's been the best. But
Chris,
the Bat Bike.
Let's get something straight. I think you're being generous when you say regional airport. It's more like somebody's driveway.
It basically is. But we have one of the country's longest runways here. They land space, or not the space shuttle could land here actually, and the Air Force One lands here all the time. They do touch and goes here all the time. And like Harrison Ford lands here about once a week. It's just so it's a little regional. But they're actually, Dan, they are expanding. They actually have some seats in there now to wait while you're waiting. Yeah.
When I went, you couldn't even sit.
I know. It's pathetic, but yeah, I know.
It's pathetic.
Billy, what would your statue be that you would take out in the fire?
Well, I got two hands, so I'm gonna grab two statues. And
all right.
These two right here, the Batman 89 is the first statue that I ever got. And then the Nicholson Joker, which is a custom piece that I believe they only made 50 of those. Everybody who comes here always asks, where'd you get a quarter scale Jack Nicholson? And so I think if it was all coming down, I would just grab these two, tuck them under, and hit the bricks.
Well, yeah, you have a better shot of getting those out the door than I have with my Tech 1000.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Batcave Hush is insanely heavy, and so is the White Knight. So I hope Dan's got a dolly ready or something.
I was going to say, you're going to need some sort of like forklift or something to get out of there.
Renee,
come on,
one
man.
half of that thing, 'cause, yeah. So these are nice and light. So I'll just grab those two and jet out.
Yeah, the quarter scales are much easier to navigate for sure.
Much easier. Yeah.
Mr. Martin, what would you grab on in a fire?
I would grab my Christian Bale Dark Knight life-size bust by Infinity Studios.
Ooh, great piece. Yep.
I'd grab that one.
That's
Now,
another heavy piece.
again, if we're not talking about weight and all that, yeah, I'd grab that one.
All right. Eric?
I mean, realistically, I don't think I can carry anything unless, like Billy said, unless it's like a quarter scale. I mean, I would take the art off the walls or something, but yeah, probably Batman Sanity. I guess it would have to be, Batman himself, either Detective 1000 or the whole slew of villains around him. If it's possible, to even lift that thing. I think it's like 200 pounds. So
I thought you might say Sanity.
Well, yeah, I would attempt to grab Sanity. I think it would be in a million pieces by the time I made it out the door. But
yeah. It would be hard. And last but not least, Mr. Delaney.
Well,
don't say Hulk. Don't say Hulk.
Its size and weight is not an issue.
There he is. Yeah.
My 42-inch, 1/3 scale legendary beast Hulk.
He is massive.
You probably could take the upper torso.
Yeah.
Leave the legs.
Just take the head.
You could probably take the torso in one hand and the legs in the other, and leave.
Yeah,
the
you could do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So that would be probably the ones that we would take. But again, like these things, I don't know if you've been around the statues much, but they are freaking massive and they are heavy as can be.
Well, without the weight, magic. We're talking in magical theory. That
Yeah,
you can
sure.
just grab whatever without any hindrance of size or weight. But
fire, the adrenaline kicks in. You can lift things a little easier and all that.
Yeah, that's right. But cool. For me, it would just be the art. I would try to get as many of these Finch pieces down. I showed you that new Liber Mayo piece that I just got, which is unbelievably good.
He's phenomenal.
Yeah, he is an awesome talent. So
I'm shocked that Dan didn't choose his little Batman statue collector statue.
Yeah,
Little Chris.
Hold on.
you can put that in your pocket.
Hold on.
I like those black and white ones.
There you go.
Yeah, there he is.
yeah, there you go. There's the little BSC right there.
This is the size of 2.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
This is much more easier to transport than the Tech 1000 piece or whatever.
A little while ago, wasn't Jason acting about? He was asking about Grails. That's one of 2 right there. That might be the rarest of all statues.
Yeah, one of two Grails right here.
I was going to say they're super limited and very collectible. Right?
Yeah. Oh, it's too funny. It's too funny. Yeah, it's God bless Dan for having that creepy thing in his collection.
It's a little disturbing.
Yeah, a little bit.
He leaves it by his nightstand, right?
Oh no! Right next to Renee at night. Just have me stare at her all night, just like BSC. Creepy.
It's like one of those Twilight Zone ones that comes to life at night and rolls around.
It's funny because actually I got this in Dallas. They had that 3D scanner statue thing that they did whenever I was there with you guys. So it's pretty cool, that little thing that they even have like the tattoo on my leg. It's pretty crazy how accurate it is, but still creepy.
Hear any disagreement from me?
Yeah. No one's disagreeing. Anyway, I've kept you an hour. I'm sorry for keeping you so long, but I can't thank you enough for coming on and talking a little bit about your journey, and hopefully we can send a little business your way too, and keep your artists busy.
I appreciate it.
And again, like I said, if there's some way we could do, have David on at some point, that would be a dream come true to have him on the channel. I would really love that if we could make it happen.
Yeah, we'll give him a shout. I know he's designed a few statues in the past for XM and some other spots, so I'm sure he'd be happy to chat about what that process was like. And thank you guys for entertaining my my boring stories for the hour, and hopefully we'll see you at a convention in the near future. Thanks again. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, at least 3 of us will see you in Baltimore.
We'll see you there. Safe travels, guys.
Okay. All right. Well, you too. Have a good one. Thanks for coming on.
Anytime.
Bye-bye.
That was really cool. I'll be waiting for my invitation to the barbecue with Finch.
Oh, that's right. I should have said. I was going to say, like, hey, maybe we could take him out to dinner. That'd be pretty nice. We can, little Finch dinner. That'd be all right. I'm assuming that's probably going to be a hard pass, but it'd still be fun. Okay, so I had one topic tonight that I want to go over real quick. Hold on, I got to fix this because this is bothering me. There we go. Is that better? Yeah. I was going to say I'm surprised you didn't say anything by now.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of little things I wanted to talk about, and then we'll look at photos. So this was brought up in our group, and I thought it would be just an interesting little tiny conversation. This is Silicone. Should we be concerned if the companies are? This was put out this week. Was this put out by? This was in art.
In art, yeah.
And I'm just going to read this in case you can't read the screen. I thank God I got my readers on. Dear collectors, thank you for your support for our 1/6 Wonder Woman collectible figure. In response to concerns raised by some collectors regarding the silicone material, we would like to make the following special announcement. The figure's body was originally planned to be made with medical grade silicone. However, after thorough testing, we found that this material had two major limitations and shortcomings. Poor paint adhesion. The bond between the paint and the material was poor, leading to potential fading and discoloration. Poor durability. Under normal display conditions, so that's like not direct sunlight, in the cool, blah, 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 the paint may crack or deform after approximately 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
To ensure the longevity and posability of the figure, we ultimately chose to use platinum silicone instead. This material has better paint adhesion, greater durability, and can better preserve the detailed paintwork. For any collectors who are concerned about the changes in silicone material and wish to request a refund, we will unconditionally accept refunds within the specified time frame. And then Eric actually posted a few things about medical grade. I'm not going to read this, but you guys can.
It was even more confusing the first paragraph because it was like not all medical grade is platinum, but not all platinum. Like it was like.
Yeah, there's all these different tiers to silicone. And again, I'm just going to put these up if you guys want to freeze the frame. If you're watching this later, you can, pause it or whatever. But,
basically the difference was medical grade silicone is cured with peroxide to where platinum, it's more pure. They don't use like chemicals and stuff. So I don't know. They don't mention, paint and adhesion and all that, but
I was going to say, but what does that mean to paint, to paint on what am I working for? Integrity on the piece. I'm not sure medical grade silicone, right, is intended to be painted.
Well, I was just gonna say that's the thing though, is like that's what they've been using.
Yeah, I've always been puzzled how they even paint silicone to begin with since they started doing it and how it stays on there. But
like I think of like the Heath Ledger Joker bust that I had, that was medical grade silicone. But I never had any issues with it. I had it for a couple of years, but it's, we always kept hearing that like that. Oh, it's good for like 50 years. That's what we kept hearing. It's going to be good for 50 years. Wow. No one of course knows,
who cares?
But even so, like, I would say like, I'm not going to live another 50 freaking years. Like, it's just like, who cares? Like, I don't care. I'm going to enjoy it for the couple years that I have it. And if it cracks down the road, yeah, that sucks. But like, what happens if you have a piece of art that gets wet, or what happens if you have something falls on, it's like, things break, things happen in life. And so no one's going to have a 50-year freaking guarantee, but it does concern me because there are a lot of people that were told or promised that there wouldn't be any issues. But now obviously a company's coming out, which I think this is really the first company that's ever come out and said, we have discovered there are issues. Have you guys ever heard another company say anything like that?
No. Yeah, go ahead.
In art is Queen Studios, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I have the life-size Captain America, and I don't know what color silicone is because the only thing you said it has trouble taking the paint. I mean, so the only that's silicone on him is his flesh. So I don't know. I mean, he's got some blood that's like red, I guess. It's like looks like a bruise on his face, for the battle damage. But other than that, there's not much paint. It looks exactly. I've had them for a couple of years. There's no windows down here, and there's it's very cool down here. And then the Pattinson one, it's his face. That's got the hand punched hair. But I don't know what color it was when they first created it, and did they paint it like a skin tone? but I'm.
Or is it even like?
Looks fine to me.
I would imagine they can't seal it. So like when we have like polystone statues, they put like a clear coat over it to protect the paint. I would imagine with silicone you can't do that. So that's what always puzzled me. Like if you like squished it, does like the paint crack? But I guess not. I've seen people do it and nothing happens to it. So.
I mean, I pressed the chin in and it's pretty solid. It just feels like hard rubber.
Yeah, especially like the Infinity stuff.
Yeah, it's not like the J&D where you can squeeze it and his face actually gets squinched up. This is like they're both really hard. So.
But see, like the squishing of the face has become a marketing ploy for them. It's like the J&D pieces. Everybody squishes the face and makes them all weird, and the eyes bulge out. It's become like a thumbnail, and it gets people's attention. But at the same time, if you're doing that, are you now risking paint to crack? I don't know. Like it would make me nervous.
That 1/3 Hulk that was like kind of articulated.
Yeah, it hasn't come out yet, but it's amazing.
Like, I mean, I can't imagine that you would want to move it. Just the arms moved anyway, so it's not like you can really do much with it. But even just moving the arms, if you would get some cracking around the elbows, maybe, because I don't know.
That's what we need. We need somebody to come on the show and explain the process and how it holds up with the paint and everything. It'd be interesting to hear.
Well, can I say something?
Yes, absolutely.
I just want to reject your initial premise about not caring if something lasts 50 years. As a buyer of Golden Age comics that are 80 years old, were printed on the cheapest paper possible and were meant to be read and thrown away, and yet survive to this day, some of them in pristine condition. I have been conditioned over the last, I don't want to tell you how many years, to appreciate something that survived that time and is still in great shape. So I absolutely buy a statue intending it to last at least as long as me, if not longer. So yes, I would be pissed off if I bought a silicone statue and in 10 and 20 years, it was cracking and having problems. I have talked to some statue companies that refuse to use silicone because they don't think that the evidence is there that it will last 50 years.
Prime One's a perfect example. Their creative director has told me personally, they're like, we're never going to do silicone. We will never do it.
What I would love to do,
we don't need it.
If somebody's out there and they have like a damaged silicone statue that they have to like toss out, start doing some experiments on it, see if like the paint comes off with, just getting wet, see what happens if it rubs. I don't know. I would just do a bunch of experiments to see what happens to it and see how it holds up.
I just had this great.
Since they've been used. Sorry, Chris. How long has it been since silicone statues have been on the market? And have we heard anybody?
5 years.
All right, 5 years. Let's say, have we heard of anybody at all in any of the groups or anywhere online saying that there's been, I have this issue, or this is cracking, or this is? I mean,
not yet. Not yet.
I mean, I've heard of them splitting open. Like you get like a little slice in it or something like that. It kind of like.
Well, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah,
so I'm asking you if you heard it. I didn't hear it. I never heard somebody's head splitting open.
I think Flankster somebody had that issue. It got like sliced a little bit, and kind of how silicone is rubbery, so it kind of went kind of like opens up like a gash.
So what I envision now, I just had this flash of brilliance. What I want you to do is I want you to be in like a lab coat with like Beaker from the Muppets and little. Like,
remember when
and then I want you to like test silicone.
Remember when Sideshow took Mr. Freeze and they actually froze him? Like I would be doing stuff like that. I'd be applying heat. I'd be freezing it. Just see what happens to it.
That's what I'm saying. There's a whole new art direction for All Things Art channel. I absolutely love it, which is I just love the idea of that. That would be hilarious. But yeah, it would be interesting because obviously you work with a lot of those materials. You work with a lot of paints and thinners or paint thinners or whatever you use, to do your repairs and do your paint jobs. So it would be interesting to know and to find out. But it does make me a little bit more nervous, and I'm assuming, Jeff, like you said, like the longevity. You don't have any silicone pieces, right?
No,
and do you ever plan on getting one because of that?
I've never planned on getting one.
So, I mean, that says a lot right there too,
Mm-hmm.
And I think me and Billy, are we the only two that have silicone based products?
Matt does it.
Matt has, right?
What do you have, Matt? I forgot. Oh yeah, you have the life size. You have the
I got
Batman.
some bust. Yeah, I got some bust.
Does that concern you at all?
I don't stay awake on it. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you know.
Same.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I'm not going to lose any sleep either. You know, and again, like it goes back to like my kids don't want it. You know, they're just going to chuck it or sell it or something like that. So then it would become somebody else's problem, I guess, at that point. But I definitely understand where Jeff is coming from. You know, as a longtime collector, it's like you do expect, you pay the price, you do expect hopefully it'll hold up and still be the same. You know, but it just like anything, like, you know, art can fade, paint can fade. So I don't know. I mean, if Jeff had his Batman statue right in direct sunlight, it's going to look different, you know. And so silicone is just still untested. But I do think it's interesting that a company would come out and say something. Now, on the other hand, did they end up charging more for the platinum silicone? Did they charge more? I don't know if that was ever figured out for sure or not.
See, but that's just wording. Like, you know, how do we know it's platinum silicone? You know, how do we know it's medical grade? So it could be the same silicone you've been using for 5 years, and now you're just saying it's platinum.
Or like, is that statement they made even true? They could have just been making all that up.
It could have been. We don't know. Rick is asking, can silicone statues be repaired? I would imagine the polystone parts can, but I don't know about the silicone parts.
I mean, I'm sure they could be repainted if it's like split open or something. No, you're not. You know, it's not like something you can patch back up.
Don't say that, Eric. What are you doing?
I've only worked on one silicone piece, and that was your piece about Batman's head. But that wasn't on the silicone. That was just.
It wasn't the silicone.
Yeah,
it was the
helmet. Jim says LED light ups burning out is also an issue. Yeah, that could be too. If it's internal and it, you know, you can't fix it, that is an issue for sure. Where it could reduce the value of something or something going out, which is why a lot of people don't like the light ups. You know, other than like maybe for me the tactical throne. I mean, that's a pretty badass light up. But a lot of the other ones, I feel like I didn't feel like Man Bat needed it to light up. I think it's cool that it does, but I don't think it needed it. So Rick says, give it stitches. Yeah. Yeah.
Battle damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so I have a question for Matt, Dan, and Chris. Now, since you guys have had Tactical Throne for months now, how often do you light up those screens?
To be honest, since I did the review, I've had it on twice.
Twice.
Was it for yourself or to show other people?
It was to have on in the background while I did a video.
Right.
So I haven't really turned it on for myself just to sit there and watch it. And the black screens don't bother me nearly as bad as I thought they would, because remember originally I wanted to like put stickers on it or something, but I don't think it necessarily needs it. But I don't have them on hardly ever. How about you, Dan?
I would say a couple times a week. So
okay.
You're seeing me now. I'm at my desk, and this is kind of one corner of my space. And I am, as you probably can tell, kitty corner to this corner of the room. Well, not 8 feet from me, not even, is my Batman Tactical Throne. So I can see it pretty well. So a couple times a week, I'll just walk by on my way, behind my desk and click because I can see them right from here.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you guys haven't like messed around. I know, Dan, you did it, like put on different like images on the screen.
It's super easy. Yeah. It's super easy. So I did. Yeah. I've got a bunch of like all, con pictures from all of us at cons and stuff I've got on one screen. I've got favorite artist covers and stuff on another screen. And yeah, it works really well, really easy.
That's cool. I haven't really messed with mine yet. I kept thinking, I was like, I'll put the Batman Statue Collector logo on there or something fun. But I'm like, I really like the screens that are on there, the way that they, I love the graphics the way they are already. And I did go through the menu and I figured out the cycle system where you can change to the pink or whatever. It's pretty easy, really. Yeah, it's got the USB or it's got the card reader slot. So I mean, it's really simple to use.
Yep.
I just haven't bothered with it. I've been spending too much time spending money on art, so I don't even don't have time to do that, I guess. But anyway, anything else about silicone, guys, or do you want to move on to photos?
Please.
All right, let me get this graphic off the screen and let's look at some photos. We don't have a ton to look at tonight, but we'll look at what we got. All right. All right. Can you guys see this photo okay?
Yep.
So this was posted just a couple days ago, and also Matt shared it with me. I thought there was a brand new photo today, but I guess I didn't realize that it was posted in the J&D group. But this is the Bane prototype on display, which looks really great. I love the trio. This is what mine's basically going to look like with my setup, and also Matt Martin's getting this one as well.
Yep.
And what do you think, Matt, of what you're seeing here?
I like it. It's got the snow on the base, like you say, like the Catwoman. You can see the Catwoman's got and things like that. Jacket, the fit and everything looks good. I mean, shit, it's looking good.
And then you noticed, and I thought it was just the same portrait, but you noticed that the Bane's kind of maybe looking off to the side a little bit on this portrait.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get 2 portraits. It looks like.
So I don't know like why they would do that, but obviously, I mean, if you get 2 silicone heads, that's great. I mean, this was an expensive piece.
Is it though? It looks like it might just be turned a little bit.
I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll find out. I just assumed we would just get the one head.
Yeah.
But they did a great job on the sculpt. Obviously, having half of his face covered helps with the likeness, obviously. But I do feel like they got the eyes really, really right.
The mixed media looks real good too. The actual fabric and all. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I like it.
Yeah, it looks real.
This is a photo of my Bermejo we were talking about earlier. In case you haven't seen it, I do have a video coming up this week talking about this piece. Also, Dan, I think tomorrow. Did a video for us where he talks about some recent art that he got. And so that should probably go up tomorrow on the channel. So again, thanks, Dan, for doing that awesome video.
My pleasure.
I mean, how great is that?
Chris, that might be my favorite piece you've ever gotten.
Yep. That's what I told you.
It's got to be. I mean, it's like, again, I keep looking at all my Finch stuff and it's just, that's a whole nother level. But like this, I just don't know how this could be topped. Like, I just feel like it's one of the coolest things I've ever received. I feel incredibly lucky to have it and to own it. As I talk a little bit about in the video, that this is actually a personal favorite of Lee's also. And so that means even more to me that he likes it. And so, and he thinks it's one of his best Jokers he's ever done. And I agree with that. Beautiful piece. All right, so this is from Jaycia, and maybe Matt. I know you maybe have a little bit more info on this piece, but this is a Sentinel. This is, and I'm in like a group where there's like people are chatting constantly, and I don't always know what's going on, but like there's debate about like how big this will be. I've heard anywhere from like 5 feet to 6 feet or whatever. But what do you guys know about this one?
I asked Jay about it. It's going to be 5 feet. He produced this bigger one just for the event.
Well, it sure looks great. It's awesome. I think Matt, did they say that they were maybe going to look into potentially trying to get it in a smaller scale also?
Yeah, and like they're thinking about doing a bust too, a bust of it.
That's really cool. I know Jay was like waiting for like a licensor approval.
Yeah,
to maybe like do like a quarter scale or something. But this will look really cool next to third scales and stuff. Even if it's not this big. Yeah, it's still incredible. I definitely get an Iron Man vibe going on with this one.
Oh yeah, definitely so.
You know what? I would put the 5 foot one next to quarter scale.
Yeah,
the
5 foot because in the comics it's 20 foot. So
yeah. I think that would look amazing.
Yeah,
and especially if you have a lot of quarter scale X-Men statues from like let's say Sideshow, you can put them all around this thing.
Sideshow's got a great line of X-Men statues.
They really do.
Absolutely phenomenal because it would kind of be a bigger version of the Iron Studio stuff.
Yep. I just think it would be such an epic display. Obviously it's got 2 different portraits so far. Like they're showing like this one here, and I don't know the difference. I don't know much about the Sentinels, but there's that portrait and then there's that portrait.
I like the second one better.
This one?
The second one.
This one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. It looks creepier to me, I think.
Yeah.
With the red eyes. It's cool. So that's from Legendary Beast Studios. Again, they're having a convention somewhere over there right now, but you get to see some of the details. It's a great sculpt.
Yeah.
They did a nice job with this. So that's awesome. There's the probably the more regular portrait. A lot of photos. And this gives you an idea of the size. That might be 5 feet right there.
No. She's probably a little over 5 feet. That's got to be like 7 feet.
With the base.
With the base, yeah.
Yeah, with the base.
But what about just him? Do you think he's about 5 feet? Maybe a little taller.
I think Jamie's a 5 foot tall piece, not just.
Oh, okay, with the base.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. They also had Mr. Sinister on display. He's not painted yet, or at least maybe partially painted.
That could be real popular.
Yep.
I say, has he ever been done? I don't even think he's been done in quarter scale, has he?
XM was. Did they ever put that one out? It was kind of ridiculed when it came out. People didn't like it.
I don't think they ever did put it out.
Yeah.
So this might be, like you said, it might be a real popular character because he's never really been done. But very cool.
People are always asking for him.
Yeah. Well, is this one that you would consider, Matt? I know you're going a little harder into the Marvel stuff.
No, I'm okay with this one. He's not one I really connect with a lot, so I'm safe from this one.
Okay.
But I did, order the LBS Batman after our stream, so
that's awesome. I'm so glad you got it.
And I'll do the Joker too. I think I'm going to do the Joker. I'm
still on the fence. I'm still I'm still on the fence. But and Jeff, you were thinking about Batman. What did you end up deciding?
I'm still struggling. Leave me alone.
Hashtag enabled.
I have it open on the Spec Fiction site right now.
Yeah, no pressure.
The full page gone. The deposit's gone. All that's left is Flex Play. Leave me alone.
Oh, wait a minute. What did you guys hear that in the background? The sound of a live pre-order? Does anybody hear that? Yeah.
No, that would be an email to Todd.
So. Yeah, that's right. This is from J&D Studios, and this one has been pretty heavily ridiculed in the last couple of days. Keanu Reeves from J&D. This is the 6 scale, but people have not been very kind. What do you guys think of the likeness?
I'm fine with it. I mean, I like the likeness of the. No, I guess their 1/3 John Wick better though. Yeah.
I still feel like it's lacking, although I do think it's still better than their 3rd scale. I think their 3rd scale looked not good at all to me, especially compared to the Blitzway pieces that we saw. And I definitely can see some Keanu here, but I just don't feel like it's enough for the price point.
I think the beard's throwing it off. The beard. Yeah.
Looks more like Al Pacino in Carlito's Way.
Yeah.
Hoo-ha!
Yeah.
And I think the problem is I think the beard's sculpted, whereas the the hair is, I don't know, the hair just seems flat or something. I don't know, just like cheap doll hair kind of or something. But again, like, having some J&D pieces now, like, again, it looks better in person. So maybe this one will as well. But like I said, I just haven't seen a lot of really great comments. And again, we're like super zoomed in. This is a 6 scale figure, so it'll be way smaller than even what we're seeing here on screen. But
that's pretty sad.
If you squint just right, you could.
Yeah, you got to squint just right.
If you put it on the other side of the room, it'll look better than close up.
Yeah, I just don't see it here. And then this one I think is even worse.
Yeah, I agree.
Dan, do you see Keanu here?
I think Dan's gone.
Oh, Dan left.
He was so offended by this piece, he left.
He was like, oh, why is Chris talking about Keanu again? I can kind of see it there a little bit. I just don't think it's. I don't know. I think it's kind of there. I think the silicone looks good.
Slight resemblance, but yeah, it's not there.
This one I think works really well because it covers the face.
It's the optimal viewing angle.
I can see the headline now. Chris back to being a J&D hater.
There you go.
And they're selling it as a 2 set. So anyway, if you're a big Keanu fan, so you have options. You have the J&D piece, which comes in the 2 set, or I'm assuming you can get at least one of them by themselves. And then I think this one's even worse. This one's from Hot Toys.
Yeah, it's not good either.
So I mean, I do say that at least the J&D is better because Hot Toys has done some really good likenesses of
But I like
Keanu.
the cuts on his face for the Hot Toys one.
I do
like
too.
Cuts,
Yeah, it definitely makes it more visually interesting. But at the same time, you can't paint medical grade silicone with the cuts. We learned earlier. So maybe that's what the issue is with that. But I do like the cuts on this too. I just think the likeness is, I mean, they've done other ones in the past that look way better than this. That is Keanu.
Yeah. That's Hot Toys.
Hot Toys. So anyway, a collector posted this. I don't know if this is released now or if it's been released for a while. I don't have any idea. Do you guys know? But I think it looks great.
Jimmy has this one.
Okay, so it's been is it been out a while?
Is that the Queen Studios Mark 7?
Yeah, that's Queen Studios. Yeah.
Yeah, they did the regular and the battle damaged. I think it's one of the best Iron Man statues ever.
Oh yeah, it's legit.
But has it been out for a while then?
Yeah, it's like
okay. All right. Well, okay, I'm sorry, guys. I thought this was maybe a new release.
Oh no, I think show it, man. It's a great piece.
Oh yeah, look at the light up. The light up looks great.
Great light up.
Yeah, this is the one that I almost ordered, and I still love it. 3rd scale looks great.
It wasn't cheap, but it's a great piece.
And this is the battle damaged one, which I liked even better.
Yeah.
It was a clean version, but I love this.
Yeah, I like the battle damage the best.
Yeah, it looks so good. Riddler. Obviously, I just got this one in. Billy and Dan and we all unboxed that on Monday. Anybody else ordered it since? I know, Eric, you were kind of thinking about it.
I almost did last night. I was actually getting ready to order it. I was like, screw it. I'm just going to order it. And I went through the whole process of like putting it in my cart and getting ready to check out. And then I hesitated. I couldn't push the button. I was like, let me think it over till the morning.
So what's holding you back?
I don't know. I don't know if I just want to keep adding more and more pieces to my collection. I don't know.
The answer is yes, you do.
The Tweederhead bust and all that.
I really like the Tweederhead bust.
Same.
I do too. It's fantastic. Will it get made?
Yeah.
I sure hope it does.
I mean, I probably will order it. I'm just gonna. I mean, I feel like there isn't a huge rush. It's not sold out. It's not on low stock or anything right now. Although, if anybody's watching it, there is a $25 off coupon if you go onto the website. It like popped up for me. It's like $25 off. I was like, oh.
That's great.
That much money these days, but
hey, every little bit helps, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I absolutely love it. And I want to thank you, Jeff. You inspired my video today. I did a counterpoint with that poster on Statue Forum, and I talked about it and talked about what Dan had said, and that poster actually went on the video and commented about the fact that he does like the statue. It's just not quite what he expected, and I think he enjoyed the point counterpoint because I agreed with some of his points, and I definitely agreed with a lot of Dan's points as well. And so it just made for an interesting conversation. I think it's important that, whenever we talk about statues, we don't just see one side of things. We see other collectors' point of view as well.
Well, also, he presented his opinions in a very constructive manner.
Yes.
I agree. I agree. And so that's why I thought it'd be interesting to talk about, because I think a lot of times we only hear one side of things. Sure. And I would like to do that more on the channel, is, hear other people's thoughts and opinions as well.
I love that next picture.
It was a good video. I thought, like Jeff said, number one, he did it neatly and organized and constructive, saying, hey, I like it, but there are things that could have been he would change. So I definitely liked the video. It was a good listen.
Well, thank you. It was again, it just comes down to that constructive criticism, right? I mean, the customers are the ones buying this stuff, and so hopefully Sideshow or whoever takes note. In future releases, that maybe they would consider different things or different ways they go about doing things. But I saw this photo yesterday. I was like, wow, this looks incredible. Like this reminds me of my old setup. Like I missed this.
That's like your old setup.
I wish I could do this just because it looks so good together. I really like that Harley in there. I think that looks great with the Jester Harley as well. But man, Riddler fits right in. He looks great.
Yeah.
What a great lineup.
Great setup.
Really nice. So this is the piece from PCS. This piece is, I would say, at least I haven't really heard it get a lot of love. I know that they changed it. It used to have like the red mohawk, and then they changed it. Have you guys heard anything positive about this one? Like, I just haven't heard a lot of good buzz.
All I can picture is, who's that Marvel character that's just a giant head, like a
At MODOK. I said the same thing.
It looks like MODOK.
It looks like MODOK. Yeah.
So this used to be a full Hulk head. And like you guys said, with the brush on top. And the price was really high. And so in an effort to reduce the price, it's no longer a full head, which is why you can't have the brush on top. It's basically a faceplate.
Oh,
gotcha. So, but that really reduced the price dramatically. But for some reason, the face also changed. It was much better, I think, before than what we're seeing here. There's another version, and the face is worse. The face looks like Grandma Hulk.
Oh, no.
It looks really weird. And there's been a lot of negative response to that one.
Okay, I want to put a pin on it because I obviously have this one out of order. I got more photos in just a second, so we'll come right back to that.
Yeah.
I have
Don't
Batman.
do this.
I know. See, this is what it would look like in the sanctuary. He's got the same blinds as Jeff Delaney right there. It would look great, right? I mean, look at that.
For a second, I thought that was the sanctuary.
That's even the configuration I would use.
This is why I threw it in here, because I thought, did Jeff buy it?
Yep.
Because it looks like the sanctuary a little bit.
I've seen, I'm sure, I know we all have seen pictures of the blue one. Even the blue one looks great.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic. I did reveal the other night that this particular head fell off of mine and broke. And so Jay is being kind enough to send me a replacement head. Thank God. It's funny. Like I said, this is my favorite head. And he responded, "That's your favorite head?" I just thought that was funny. I'm like, yeah, that's why I like this one. He's looking down. He looks badass.
He's a huge Alex Ross fan.
Yes, and I really like this one. This one's really grown on me as well. Yep. And again, it's just I like this one because it has the texture. It looks more like leather on it. And then of course you got this incredible storytelling base. I showed my wife this one, and you know she had the same response to like the texturing on the suit. She wasn't a fan, but she loved the base. She thought the base was the best part of this.
Some people really dislike the texture on the suit.
That would be me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Eric.
It wouldn't stop me from buying it. I just think that the texture kind of looks like cement or some type of stone.
Yeah, that was what you said the other day. Is like it really stuck with me. It's like it looked like dried cement to you.
And I said that to you guys privately, and I saw somebody else make that same comment. So there's other people thinking it.
Yeah,
I never said that publicly.
Yeah, and I do think that it's one of those things where it's always going to be like in the eye of the beholder. I think it's like some people are going to hate it and they're not going to buy it, and other people are going to just the same thing. Like they don't like that there's not a texture on the cowl.
I would still buy it though. That wouldn't hold me back. I just think it looks weird, but I still think it looks. Overall, I think it looks awesome. I would still buy it.
Yeah, I love the statue. I'm really pleased with it. I highly recommend it. I don't really love this portrait. I showed Ledger this yesterday, and he's like, that's hideous. So some people are going to hate it, and some people are going to like it. But I would never display it with that head. I would have rather just had another cowled head, another different portrait or something. But yeah, this is probably how I'm going to display it. Most likely, I love the statue.
Great. Yeah, I think it looks great like that.
Looks awesome. And again, there's kind of what Eric's talking about there.
I mean, I could take the texture on the Batman suit more than on the Joker piece. Like on his coat, it just, I don't know, just looks too much on that piece.
Just over textured, maybe.
So let me ask you, Chris, when you're, 5-6 feet from this thing, like when you're standing at a distance where you would look at the statue just naturally,
right?
Maybe
like right here,
4 to 6 feet.
Yep.
You probably can't even see the texture.
Yeah.
No, the only thing I can see is the wrinkles, like where the suit's pulled.
Yep.
That's the only thing. Like, can you see my mouse cursor on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so like these pulls, that's all you see. You don't see the texture at all from here. Well, like when you get right up on it, you do. And and I have it on a light, and like the way the shadows hit it, like it's phenomenal. And it's really big. Like if you guys saw it next to Bane, and yes, he's up higher on the stand, but he's still a big piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised how
here it is right here.
Bane. That's crazy.
That looks great.
That Bane is massive.
Yeah, Bane is massive if you've ever seen him in person. And so I did end up moving him because I thought it made Bane look a little small, which I didn't want. I always like Bane to be this I love how big he is. So I have some smaller characters around him now, like Talon. But I moved Batman over to the other side, and he's between Joker and Punchline and the Harley that's seated from Arkham City. And they look really great there. So
it's nice Glapion artwork in the background.
Yep, that's right. Absolutely.
I'm still on the waiting list for that one.
Oh my God, you're still waiting?
Wow.
I stopped even messaging them. It's been what, 8 months now, 7 months, something like that.
You gotta keep messaging him, man.
The next message is gonna be like, "Can I just have my money back?" Which I don't really want to do, but it's like, what? That's why I was curious when you asked that to Jason tonight. Like, do these artists do commissions like while they're home or just only at the conventions? Because it feels like it wasn't like a massive commission I asked for. I feel like it would probably take maybe like 3-4 hours tops, even if that. So I don't know. Is
he doing any
go, guys? Y'all have a good night. I gotta go eat. All right.
Okay.
Bye, Matt.
Eric,
yeah, he's working on some books and stuff. I know that, but
is he gonna be at any shows?
Yeah, he'll be at New York, I'm sure.
Well, you need to go right to his table then and say, "Hey, I commissioned this 9 months ago or whatever it was."
Yeah, I just don't get, because when he was like, I could do it, but I don't want to. He's like, I could do it at the convention, but I don't want to rush it. So if he could do it at the convention, it would have been done in one day.
Right. So
why can't it take one day now?
In New York, go up to him and say, "Hey, you wanted to like take some time to like make it better, but it's been 9 months.
Yeah,
Can you just do it today?"
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Because it is ridiculous.
That'd be the best thing I've ever seen for 8 months. Wait.
And I do think that you absolutely need to say something to him in person.
Oh, I will.
Yeah. This is the J. Scott Campbell Poison Ivy, which I think looks really great. I like the color in the knees.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it just looks nice, and it looks very much like J. Scott Campbell. And
I don't love the portrait on this one.
Let me see. There it is, right there.
Yeah, I don't know. She looks a little rough. To me, his art. He's got a knack for making these very stylized, female characters look attractive, right? Pretty almost. And they did a good job translating those with the fairy tale statues. But for some reason, I don't know. To me, she just looks rough. It doesn't.
Yeah, I get that too.
This is also like, it's a McFarlane sculpt, so it's not like it's I feel like the Sideshow ones are obviously a million times better and very sultry and very beautiful. And I think that this one's beautiful too. It's just I definitely agree with you. I think that they could have maybe worked the face a little bit differently. And this one's obviously smaller. This is 10 scale.
Oh, it's gonna be teeny tiny.
Wow. Yeah, it's
you don't realize
small.
how small 10 scale is until you have it on your table.
Yeah,
they are tiny.
You
got to zoom all the way back out again and then look at it.
Yeah. Yeah. This is another one of those, you put it across the room, it's going to look great.
Yeah.
This was teased by PCS. This is obviously a Dr. Doom. I don't know what scale it's going to be.
It's 1/3.
Is it 1/3? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Boy, that was popular.
I was gonna say this will be very popular.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this.
That's awesome. I like the weathering on the helmet.
Geez, I would have liked to ask Matt if he was going to plan on getting this to go with his LBS Spider-Man.
I bet you his answer would be yes.
Yeah.
It's from the game though, so you kind of.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of those are game reverse. So that's a license he has.
He has to do game reverse. So
yeah.
So Billy, is that a lot? Is the costume design and whatnot? Is it a lot different than the comics?
Yeah. A little bit.
No, that'll hurt them. That'll hurt it because everybody's wanting the green hood.
You guys remember the legendary scale Doom?
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Years ago.
I love it.
I saw that in person at San Diego in 2014, and oh my God, that was a great statue.
Yeah,
I was so excited when they started doing those half scales because I'm like, these are so cool.
They were
and
good.
that I think that's probably the best one that they made.
Yep. Yeah, that was a good one.
This is also from PCS. We saw this in San Diego, but it's going up for pre-order soon, I think, maybe even this week. We didn't get to see the swap out portraits. So there's a surprise portrait on Snow White, and then also kind of the smiley Snow White as well. And it looks like you can buy her separately.
Correct.
Or also as probably part of the set with the witch.
Correct.
Which I do like the witch. And then, of course, you can also bookend it separately with the evil queen.
So you can buy her by herself, and then there's another version with the wall.
Yeah.
So that's another part. And
so
then the witch is that on the right side. That's a whole other statue.
Correct. So there's 4 parts. So you can buy the statues individually or the statues with their wall.
With the walls. Oh, okay.
And so, like, obviously Snow White has the witch included in her wall, so you can basically get 2 characters. Whereas the evil queen, you have the magic mirror.
So,
I like that side profile with them all together.
Like that looks cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That'd be neat, like on a turntable. Like that'd be really cool to have it rotating around.
And these are 1/5, right?
They are 1/5 officially. Yeah, they were originally going to be quarter scale, and I don't know if Ant just didn't get the license or if he just wanted to truly save on the price point. But I think probably doing 5th scale is probably smarter for him, just because I think that more people would be willing to pay that price. But I love the magic mirror on the bottom of the base. I think that looks nice.
That wall at 1/4 is going to be kind of big.
Yeah, I think this line's going to be really well. I think it's going to do really well for him. There's so many Disney fanatics out there that they're going to eat this stuff up.
I like it.
It's about it's like $350-ish just for the figure, and I think like $585 to include the wall.
So not awful.
Yeah.
Anybody figure out what this is yet?
It's a foot.
It is a foot.
Somebody said it was a waffle pattern.
So what somebody I think said it might be like Bebop or Rocksteady.
Yeah.
I can't confirm or deny that. I have no idea, but I could kind of see that being the boot. Because I think they wear kind of shoes like that. But I don't know what the base is. It's got ice cubes or something. I don't know what that is.
It's a chocolate bar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're making me hungry now.
Yep.
Okay. Now we're back to the Hulk portrait that we were talking about. Again, lots of changes. It does fit in with the other Marvel pieces they're doing, and even like the Star Wars Darth Vader, where it's got the storytelling elements in all different scales and sizes. You got that Bizarro Silver Surfer.
It's like Savage Surfer, I think.
Yep.
It kind of reminds me like the old Sideshow bus. Kind of.
Yeah, I can see where you get that.
Yeah.
That's the angle I would display it from right there. So I don't really like Hulk's face.
Yep.
Just completely so you don't see Hulk's face at all.
Oh, I don't know. You get a little bit of him on the side.
Yeah, you get a little green, a little pop of green. You can put Eric, you can put your Riddler statue right next to him and have 2 green statues.
Yeah.
Again, you got the Silver Surfer, and then this is the back of the base. This is how Eric's going to display it right here.
Yep.
But I do like this. Like, I think this is a cool looking part of the statue. Kind of a battle image here.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't see this one being. I don't see it selling well for Ant on this one.
It does not look good.
No, I don't see it happening. And again, it's 22 inches high. Just to give you an idea. I mean, they're not really life size busts, but they're kind of life size busts.
I mean, look at the depth. It's only a foot deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it was a full head, it was like 19 or 20 inches deep.
Yeah.
It's funny, the Star Wars one by comparison is so good.
Oh,
Yeah.
night and day.
Night and day.
Night and day.
This one can be so bad.
This one's from the Everyday Collector. God bless him. He's had multiple issues with his J&D statue. So he got his base. This is the 3rd one, and this is what they sent it to him in. A J&D 6-scale Joker box in foam, which it did its job. It protected it. Mm-hmm. But he's got some issues where he's missing paint. Now, to be fair, I think that the top one he has circled, that's one of the paw prints.
Yeah.
But there is areas on it that's just missing giant chunks of the ice.
Chris, I read his post and as well, and I think what he circled here is he said the paw prints are kind of, and I'm paraphrasing, malformed. Like they don't look right.
They don't look like a print.
They don't right. Somehow they didn't execute the paw print well.
Where does the cat go? Because the cat's going to take up some of those prints, and then I know a few are supposed to be random.
No, they don't go on the base. They go.
Oh, they got them on the base.
No, there's the pillars that go into the top there, and the cat's on the top of the pillars.
Yeah, the railing.
So anyway, I just felt bad for him because he's literally had 2 replacements and they've both not been great. So I'm still waiting on mine to get my cat claw. So fingers crossed I get one.
Yeah, that type of material easily, just flakes off. I don't think there's really much you could do about it.
So it's either like that in production or maybe it's after the fact in shipping. Who knows? But I feel for him because it's frustrating when you're just trying to get a statue to be perfect.
Chris, did they ask for your claw back, the damaged one?
They did not. They didn't ask for that. I also asked for a brown shipper, which when I talked to James, he had said that it was going to cost me the same amount in shipping to ship it. And I'm like, for an empty box? Because it was like $230 or something, whatever the shipping was.
Why don't they ship it?
So I just said hard pass. And he said, oh, that's too bad. But then when I contacted their customer service, I asked the same question and they said, hey, can we ship it flat? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Yes. And so they were trying to figure out a way to get it to me. And so I thought their customer service was really great to talk to. So I don't have it yet, so I can't respond back yet to everybody, but hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll have a good story to tell.
Did you hear what James said to John?
No.
If you have any further problems, please contact customer service. He's washed his hands of the problem, sending it to customer service. Okay, well, I'm kind of glad I just went right to customer service then. Yeah.
This is the new Gladiator from PCS. This is a 3rd scale, I believe. Yep. And this just started shipping. I just had to have it confirmed because I added it to the Batsy Awards. But I think it turned out pretty good. I think the likeness looks pretty good.
Not bad.
It's not great. It's I don't know how to say it, but it's not like a silicone portrait. It's not like a Blitzway portrait. But I still think you can definitely tell who it is.
Ant has announced that they're getting away from trying to perfect likenesses. They're probably not going to be doing too many actor pieces.
I love Ant and I love a lot what they're doing, but this is a good call.
Yeah,
it's a good call because they have great sculptors, but they can't compete with what other companies are doing. And I think that's a really great business idea. Focus on some of the other. I mean, and they could still do movie pieces, but maybe like helmeted pieces, or where you don't have to worry about the likeness. But I do think this one turned out pretty good. Yeah, the Rocky. There's some good ones. Obviously, like some of the horror ones they've done have been really good.
Yeah. Turtles.
Yeah, the turtles. Yeah. Again, those.
Yeah, see, that looks good there.
yeah. You got a portrait. Yeah,
I mean, like that to me. That's how I would display it. Like that.
Me too. Yeah, I would too.
That's how. Not because the face is covered, but I like the in battle stuff better.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, that's how I would have it too. I think it turned out great. It's got real chainmail on it, and I do think that, again, like from like this particular photo, I think it looks even better.
It's definitely not bad. I mean,
no,
like
it's not.
You said, you could definitely tell who it is.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Hey, Chris, I just sent you another photo when you get a chance.
Okay, all right.
In Messenger.
Okay.
Who is this guy?
Is it one that you want me to show?
Yeah. I think it's important that we show that one.
Oh my God, it looks so good. Yeah, we got to show that. Well, I'll show it at the end of the show here.
Okay.
We don't have a ton more to look at. This is from Masters of the Universe. This is 1/10 scale from Iron Studios. Oh. I have no idea who it is. Do any of you?
Negative.
Not yet.
So anyway, that's him. He's the Masters of the Universe guy.
I don't know. Is that Ram Man or something?
No.
No.
Loincloth boy.
Loincloth boy.
That's what I'm going to call him.
I think they all had that.
They did. This one's got a lot of attention. The Nightwing looks good.
Awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
I do feel like it's got way too much on the base, though. Like it's got a million Easter eggs on it for like no apparent reason. You got Vines, you got Iceberg Lounge, you got
The chat is saying it's Zordak or Zodak.
Zodoc. It's not, wait a minute. You're telling me it's not Loincloth Boy?
I think it's funny that 3 people answered and they all gave different spellings.
Yeah. Of course. But anyway, I think this one's fun. It's got that kind of that high tower, kind of like what Prime 1 did with their Hush. So it's a fun piece. I could see this one being pretty popular. Again, 1/10 scale.
Yeah, I like the pose.
Yeah. Jurassic Park one. Kind of a fun piece. And this one's kind of a little bit bigger. But I like the paint on it. So that's a fun one. Getting 1/10 scale. That's a Mortal Kombat. I feel like they've done 1 million of these.
Yeah, if they keep selling, they'll do 1 million more.
They sure will.
They
sure will. And then also we had I don't know who
Scorpion.
this is. Scorpion. Yeah, thank you.
Scorpion, yeah.
Comic book.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I like
I kind of dig it. It's again, it's a little bit larger. I like the storytelling base on it.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's cool. The paint looks good. That's cool. And then this is a quarter scale flash. Not super keen on the face, but it's okay.
It's all right.
He's jacked.
It sure
It's
is.
like a Michael Turner flash.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I think it looks okay.
I like it.
It's like every flash piece, they never get the bolts right. Like all those lightning bolts, they just look too plasticky.
Yeah.
Suit looks good. I like the lab elements with the stethoscope and all that. Or that's all. It's different. It's great. Usually we see him running in some kind of a running pose, but no matter what, everyone I've seen that has lightning bolts, they just come off looking like plastic.
Yeah, I agree.
Iron Studios seems very random with their quarter scale selection.
I sure do. But like I look at this and like when I think of like excellence, like the old school Iron Studios, like when they first started out, like something like Hawkman, like I look at Hawkman and I don't even put that in the same league as something like this.
Oh no, they've definitely ratcheted back.
Yeah, like why though? Like why do you think they did?
I mean, I think I almost had their full Avengers line, and it was awesome.
Awesome.
They were fantastic statues.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Great texturing, great paint.
This isn't even close.
Right. I know. Like, I just don't understand like why. And I hate to say downgrade, but to me it is. Maybe compared to what they were doing.
Maybe they had to from a price point standpoint.
It could be, or maybe they're not working with the same artists. That could be the same thing too. Artists come and go.
This is a comic version. I just got in the Deadpool and Wolverine. Those are as good as the Civil War pieces that me and Dan used to have back in the day.
Yeah, like those do remind me more of like the old ones that Dan was talking about. So like I don't understand the difference. I
mean that Civil War lineup, I believe it was 3 on each side. It was like Iron Man, Black Panther, and I think it was War Machine.
Yep.
And then it was Cap, Winter Soldier, and Falcon. And you could put the bases together.
Yeah, so good.
I mean, you didn't have to have it like that, but it was made like Cap was going down steps, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And then the other 2 were behind them. And once I had it all together like that, it looked phenomenal. And the likenesses for, what was that, like 2015, 2016?
Right around there, yeah.
They were great.
Yep.
And all those pieces are highly sought after now.
Yeah.
Cap I haven't seen in a while. The only one I've seen pop up recently was Falcon. But when you put the wings on Falcon, that thing was like 3 feet.
Yeah, he was 3 feet across. Yeah.
It's a beautiful piece.
Yep.
Yeah.
They've done some nice quarter scale X-Men pieces lately. Their Beast is really nice.
The Beast is really good. The I don't know if it got released yet, but that Cyclops was really good.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that one?
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yep.
This is the 1/10 scale Iron Man. You saw that there was 2 different versions, so I think that's I think that's cool. And they also have a pair of Matrix ones as well. So I think maybe it looks cool.
Yeah.
Again, 110 scale. I like the bullets zinging past. That's just neat. And then they have a Transformers as well. Sorry, my allergies are kicking my butt tonight. Sorry. And these are a little bit bigger pieces too.
Yeah, it's a cool piece too. I'm digging all the poses and like the art direction on these things.
Yeah, they're fun. This one was from DC Direct / McFarlane. I think this one turned out really nice. I like this one.
I was mentioning Eric the other day. I love this thing. And
do you have this? Was that your photo or no?
No.
Oh,
I have the canvas. I have
this is Gabriel Delato.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is it looks really good, but $170.
Oh, no.
The teeth could, yeah. Look at the paint on the teeth.
Ugh.
That's a weird choice.
Yeah, like I feel like from the side, I think it looks decent. But I just feel
because that's how the art is. Like you're looking at them from the side, you know. So I guess they just kind of did whatever they did with the teeth, but that's how the print or the canvas looks like.
Yeah, but I think the statue itself looks really decent. So
yeah, it looks really good, but I don't know if it looks $180 good.
I agree. It's 100 at best.
Yeah,
at least in my opinion. This was a Goonies one. I thought the likeness was
not bad though.
It's not bad. You can kind of tell it's him.
Yeah.
I like the One Eye Willie in the base. That's nice.
Yes, that's definitely cool.
So yeah, that's cool.
I like it.
Yeah.
Jeff, did you see that Sean Astin's running for president of SAG?
I did see that. Yeah.
I think he would be great for that role.
I think you would too. He's a great guy. I've met him a couple times. He's a great guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He's in one of my favorite movies of all time, 50 First Dates.
50
Love that movie. Yeah,
well, he's funny in that.
He is so funny. He's got that speech impediment.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so good. I think this one's good.
That looks really good.
Great.
Really and I love that he's got the blood on his hands. Like that's a cool choice.
Yep. That looks great.
So I think this one will be pretty popular, but I think, yeah, it looks really good. Again, it's a 110 scale. Peacemaker. I just watched the first 3 episodes. Have you guys watched this season yet?
I love it.
I'm on 2.
Not family friendly.
No, definitely not.
Especially the first episode.
Yeah, the first episode. Yeah, my wife and I were watching, and I'm like, well, I'm glad Ledger was not watching right now.
Yeah.
But I think that the portrait's pretty decent.
Eagly.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it too. I think the multi-universe thing is really fun.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that one's quite as good, but I'm assuming they're just reusing sculpts maybe from previous releases. But very stern John Cena.
Is this must be after his hair implant, right?
Oh, for sure. Yep.
It looks maybe a little aged, but it's close.
Yeah, I agree.
Old Josh Brolin.
Oh, I definitely see Josh Brolin. As soon as you said that, like instantly, like I don't even see Cena anymore. I just see Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
Thanks for ruining it for me, Dan.
Oh, you're welcome.
I was gonna buy 3 of those. Now I can't. Now I'm gonna have to like buy another Finch art or something.
Oh, damn.
You can put the helmet on him.
Darn it.
Now Jeff Howden is posting pictures of the legendary Beast Batman.
Oh,
he got the blue one.
Speaking of that,
hold on. I gotta upload the picture. Oh, you are Jeff. Is that the one that Jeff? Yeah, I think Jeff Houghton posted it. Let me add it to the screen so you guys can see what the heck we're talking about.
I had a feeling that this is where this was going.
This is absolutely going to be a high pressure hashtag enabled situation, because does this piece belong in the sanctuary? Absolutely. And this specific color.
Look at that.
Because this looks phenomenal.
It does look really good.
You cannot debate this. Now, the question is, Jeff, would you have to get rid of something in order to accommodate this piece?
Yes, and I currently have 3 Batmans and I have 4 on order. Yeah. I have.
So you could remedy that by selling me the one behind you. That would be really simple. You just like
I might be selling him when I get the Supercroft.
Okay, and that is the exclusive.
Yes.
Okay, can I be first on your list?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm almost positive I'll buy that.
Okay.
So that'll free up a little space, obviously, with the Supercraft. But then that leaves.
He won't fit. The Legendary Beast won't fit on my 11-inch deep shelves. He's going to be at the garage.
But you wouldn't want him back there anyway because it wouldn't look right.
No, it wouldn't.
We already talked about that. We talked about Man Bat being back there,
Yes.
and so we had that great conversation, and I 100% agree. I don't think you should touch third scale on that shelf. But where would you put it if you had to put it someplace else then?
He would have to be either on the corner table or on the garage unit.
So would you potentially have to get rid of the Blitzway Batman, Pattinson Batman?
Probably both Batman and Catwoman.
Whew.
Because this thing is like 26 inches wide, depending on how you rotate the base.
Yeah, and I measured it for Jeff the other day. I don't remember when that was. Maybe a couple weeks
I think
ago.
you said 21, and then someone else said 26. If you look at the website, it says like 28. I've gotten lots of different answers. I trust your answer the most. But
I was going to say I measured it 3 times, so I think that I just think that it's, and maybe it just depends on how people have it angled, maybe. But like it is, I showed you in that video, like it is so narrow that you don't have to worry about depth at all.
Yeah.
And the cape flows up, so you don't have to worry about the cape being too low. You really just have to accommodate the base more than anything.
So the table's 29 inches square, and the garage unit is 36-inch wide shelves. So do you think I could still fit another piece next to him on the 36-inch wide garage unit?
I do. If you had it, like if you had it where Pattinson is,
yeah,
had the cape flowing out into the room a little bit, you would have room for another one right there. I think. I'm just trying to visualize it in my head.
Right. I'm thinking about it's just how many Batmans do I need?
3. How many Batmans do I need? Good Lord.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Talk about overkill.
I'm not the secret Batman sanctuary.
but you should be. Hey everybody, it's Jeff Delaney, and I'm coming to you from the 3 Batman Sanctuary, and today we're going to be talking about this and this and this. This rolls off the tongue.
I'm having a hard time deciding whether to buy it. Now I'm having a hard time deciding if I buy it, what color to buy it in.
Yep.
You guys,
that looks pretty good.
Yeah, but the black picture you showed looked really good too.
What color's your wall on that wall again?
It's blue. All the walls in here are blue.
I know.
It's a little bit lighter than that blue.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of think you should go with the, huh?
I like the black personally.
I mean, that's what I like. I prefer the black, but there's no denying that blue looks incredible.
It looks good.
And there's only 99 of the blue.
And can I throw one more thing out of there? Sure. One conversation that sticks with me. We're sitting on your couch looking at your CGCs.
Yep. And
how much Neil Adams means to you.
I know.
This is the Neil Adams blue.
Yeah.
So that to me,
enabling is hard tonight.
I get a little bit of a Neil Adams vibe from the Supercraft.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that a little bit. Yeah.
And there's some blue in there.
And the one behind you comes in blue too.
The thing is, though, there's a lot of blue in the black.
Yeah.
Like you don't always see it, but like even to my eye right now, it's reading blue across the room.
Yeah, you can really see that in Art Statue Collector's review, how much blue is in the black version.
And when you get up close on it, like all the wrinkles and stuff, they all have blue highlights. So there, I mean, you can't go wrong either way. You're still going to get a blue Batman, even though it's the dark. I consider it a very dark blue,
right?
Because I mean, they definitely could have gone black, and they didn't. So I think it was a good choice because I think you get a little bit of the best of both worlds.
Right.
But I mean, there is no doubt that this that looks good too.
Yeah, it does.
So
anyway, I'm torturing myself over that. I have been for several days now. I'm still, yeah.
It's tough.
You saw my post accusing you of being an evil enabler.
I did. I included that in a video the other day, I think, or maybe I don't remember where I put it. Maybe on Instagram or somewhere. But yeah, I am sorry, not sorry, my friend, because it really is a great piece, and I can't recommend it enough. I think anybody that buys it will be happy.
So I sent the Grandma Hulk picture in our chat.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody should see that.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up real quick. I love Dan's comment. OMG. That's all he says is, "Oh my God."
Really bad.
Okay.
How did they even? I don't even know how they
So,
thought. For a second that was-
Aunt, if you're watching, we apologize.
We apologize, Aunt.
But
Yeah.
we are going to roast. We're going to roast the shit out of this thing. I think. Pardon my
Everybody
French.
has a grandma.
Makes the other one look better now.
Look at that.
No, it's bad.
It even has grandma's bad lipstick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So is this? Are they going to include this, or is this a possibility still?
Like a faceplate.
Yeah. Let me look at this site real quick.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that's the standard edition. The other one's the deluxe.
No way.
This is what they're selling to the general public.
Yeah, it's on their site and it's on Sideshow's site right now. Standard edition. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, no, I can't say they're selling it. They're offering it for sale. I can't say
Right.
anyone's actually buying it.
Is there any chance that they are giving it away for free?
Not that I know of.
Because I mean, this is going to be my thumbnail right there on the. Why the hell are you buying this? And again, to anybody that's bought this, I apologize.
It's the Missed Outfire edition.
That is rough.
Yeah, she looks like the
You
Throw
say
mama
she
from
looks
the
like
train.
she looks.
Yes, exactly. Throw mama from the
throw
train.
mama from the train.
Oh my God,
It's like the Mother Superior.
Yep.
that's the girl from the Goonies.
Yeah,
That's the mom from the Goonies.
That's
Mom from the
exactly
Goonies.
right.
Come on, you dummy.
Oh, she was scary.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was scared of her when I was a kid.
Yep.
Her and Large Marge from Pee Wee. Ooh,
Large.
that'll give you nightmares right there too. Anyway, we're getting a little punchy here tonight, but anyway, thank you, gentlemen, for hanging out with me this evening. Really appreciate it. Does anybody have anything going on channel wise? Eric, I know you've been like are you at 200,000 right now? You're so freaking close.
It's been slow since I got to like the 150s. It's just been crawling little by little. Yeah, eventually, I think by the end of the year, it'll be there. I'm not really putting out that many videos because I'm just trying to get work done. Trying to do YouTube just makes things take longer.
Hey,
I have a new tutorial video I'm working on painting blood and stuff like that.
I had a question. Have you fixed any owls recently?
I have. There might be one available for sale very soon.
Are you accepting bids?
Yeah, highest bidder.
Did yours break too, Dan?
Of course it did.
So now me and Dan are gonna have to arm wrestle,
Exactly.
and Dan's gonna win because I don't ever lift. So like it's just all I lift is statue boxes.
I wonder what percentage of them broke.
All of them,
All of them. Yeah.
apparently.
Still has his, yeah. I still have mine too. I'm
Mine is
really careful with it, though.
still holding on strong.
My first one.
Unbelievable. I forgot that yours broke.
Yep.
Billy, are you using like any like earthquake putty or anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Wow.
Nope.
That's a move.
I've moved the statue too.
Oh,
I've moved them from the top shelf to the bottom, and this was before everybody's owls started breaking, so I didn't have a fear of it. It's in there. I will say though, I'm extra cautious when I do dust it. I hold the feet down.
Yeah, that's
And then just kind of like air dust it. So speaking of which,
I'm pissed right now. I'm pissed at you, Billy, because I don't have a graphic ready that says #lucky bastard. I don't have that. All I got is the enabled one. That's all I got.
listen, for those that have the Riddler, I know somebody who was dusting it already, and the tie just
the tie.
Ooh, yeah.
yeah.
The
So
tie is not a good magnet.
yeah. So when you're dusting, I would say take it out and then dust, because he was using an air duster, wasn't super strong, and it just blew off.
Well, it's one of those things.
Literally
you can't
went
really
across
put a
the
strong
room
magnet
and
in.
broke. Yeah.
Well, that's the same thing with the LBS Batman, because the bolt holds the cape in, and if you have the bolt too far down, it doesn't have a ton of space that's raised to hold the magnet of the head in. Right? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so the reason mine fell off, it's the head that's looking down, so he already has a less grip to it. and then I hit the LBS box hit the table and it just flew right off and shattered.
I would definitely putty the new one that you got.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, 100%. So just be careful, you know, especially if you know pieces that are loose and that tie. I mean, it's on there, but it's wobbly.
Yeah.
It should have been stronger, but it's such a little piece, so maybe they didn't think it'd be necessary. But
I've done that when I had, before I had my cases, I used to do that with the air duster and blow pieces off.
Yeah,
never broke anything, but yeah, it's happened.
Yeah.
He broke the tire, just flew off.
Big power tool, you know. You got
blew
your
it off. Yeah, that's it. That's what he was using, and it blew off, and it broke.
Oh shit!
Crazy. Well, anything else you guys want to say before we wrap it up? Had a good show. It was a fun show talking to Jason.
Very fun show.
It was a good time.
Learned a little bit. I heard Jason mention Eric in that time when David's coming to his house. So maybe fingers crossed you'll finally get that piece.
What on the list? Yeah, I don't know. I'm like I don't know. I told you guys I'm playing around with some funds right now, so I got to see if I still want to even do another piece from David, or I might do something different. Like I might do more like head sketches again, like the smaller head sketches, all on one page.
That's how this whole mess started.
Yeah,
sure did. Yeah, you were the one that started all of this nonsense.
I want to do it again. That was Billy's idea,
and it was a great idea. It's so much fun.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry. Well, gentlemen, have a great. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Jeff.
Justin says he's got the dark blue LBS Superman coming in.
Oh, nice.
Post pictures, Justin.
That's awesome. Very, very cool. Well, anyway,
I think that blue would go better with the Joker. That classic blue with the purple and just, superpowers line kind of thing.
I'm not a villain guy, remember?
He's not.
Yeah, I know. We talked. Yeah. Well, I'm not saying necessarily for you, but
just in general. Yeah, and like if I get the Joker, I'm going to go the black suit.
All right.
That might pair up a little better.
Yeah, maybe.
Sure.
So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. If you would leave a like on the way out, that helps us out tremendously. And we'll be back in a couple weeks for the next Rogues. Also, I was talking with Billy and Eric, and we'll probably plan on another auction show sometime in October. I was talking with Matt Martin before the show also, and I know he's got a number of pieces. I think he's got like 15 pieces coming in. And so he was going to sell some of his older pieces. So if you're interested in art, CGCs, all of that good stuff, art prints, we'll have a show probably in October before some of us head out to the East Coast. Some of you are already out there, so I'll be joining you guys and looking forward to that. And hopefully looking forward to MegaCon as well. And we're still going to try our darndest to get this dude right here out. Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're going to hire Mr. T, and Mr. T is going to fly to Orange County area, and they're going to give you some milk, and we're going to get you some milk, and they're going to get you on a plane, and you'll wake up in Orlando thinking, "Oh, this doesn't seem like California," and then we'll force you to have a good time.
Is it early March or late March?
It's like the 19th, 20th in that area.
Oh, it's in March this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in March this year, which is why I had it's my spring break. So I've convinced my family we're going to go to do Epic Universe a couple days. We're going to go to the beach a couple days, and we're going to do MegaCon a couple days. And so that's the plan right now if it all works out. So again, yeah, it's like March 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, that could interfere anyway with WonderCon.
Well, you don't have to go to WonderCon.
Let's skip the convention that's 20 miles from you to go to the one that's 2,000 miles away from you.
Well,
let's address the elephant in the room. Does Jeff hate traveling? Is that really what it is?
No, I do. We do a lot of traveling, actually. In fact, I'll probably miss the next show because we're going on a 3-week road trip to bring my son up to college in Oregon.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we're going to cruise around Oregon State and Washington State and maybe end up doing some hiking in some places. And we're going to be gone for a while.
That's awesome. And so if it's not a travel issue, is it that you just hate us and you just don't want to hang out? You just don't. Yeah, you're like, I don't want to ever meet that Eric B. I hear things about him.
Bad things about that guy.
Yeah, he just bad. Yeah, everybody thinks he's security at events, and it's just
worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep enabling you because we have to make it happen. The rogues have to be together at least once.
We'll probably make it work, but I'll say it before and I'll say it again. At conventions, I don't do the same stuff that you guys do.
I was just gonna say that he's not gonna chase artists.
But here's the thing: even when we're together, we're all doing something separate. Like me and Dan and maybe Matt, we were waiting at maybe like Galapian's table, and Eric and I think Ledger went walking off, and they were looking at celebrities, and they went to all the little booths and stuff. So like we have like our little missions, and then we meet up. And do our thing. And then like the best part was like, again, we went to the parks together. We had dinner together. We hung out at the bar every night and talked for 2 hours and just hung out. Like that's the best part. And so like the convention is just the mechanism to get you there. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I'm also going to be a little tight on cash because like I said, I'm sending my kid off to college for 4 years. So we'll see. But there's not a lot of money to go around these days.
Well, and I don't know. I'm not going to make a promise, but maybe I might be able to swing. Maybe I could pay for your flight out there.
Whoa!
I don't
know about round trip, but I could definitely maybe at least.
One way. One way. I'll get you to Florida. Just get it yourself.
Stranded in Orlando.
That's right. Well, what an awful place to be stuck, I tell you.
That's funny.
Anyway, we'll keep working on it and we'll figure out what we could do. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight. Thanks again for Jason for coming on. And, thanks for viewing. This helps the channel and helps me with that Finch money. You got to keep making it. So anyway, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. Have a great night, and we'll see you in the back cave. Bye, everybody. Thank you very much. Bye, everybody.
Take care.